hooligans.
Y'all can fuck off.
All right.
Yeah,
So
he says-
the light is green.
That's
The
terrifying.
stream has not started yet. Why have you not started yet? How long of a
You
delay
have a
is it?
15-minute delay.
I do
Yeah,
not
I
have
just
a
got a
15-minute
notification
delay.
on my phone.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
baby.
Well, then the
Let's give it a
stream.
sec.
Yeah, it's just not going through there. And actually, I think we are. I do believe we are live, gentlemen. All right, welcome everyone to Tuesday, September 22nd. It's a long episode of TForce RPG Misadventure. I am LaShock, your GM, who is running this homebrew Pathfinder campaign with a bunch of other personalities and friends from the TForce network and all fairly new players. This is going to be our second episode where we last left off the party. They had just come together and traveled into the little farming town of Kerto to try and find their waylaid merchant friend Magnus Albrecht. Oh boy, where to even begin? They incited a riot. They quelled one riot, assaulted a barracks, and basically inspired a farm boy to lead a bloody revolt. And
In our defense,
No.
We weren't expecting that.
in our defense,
Yeah.
we asked him to not start a bloody riot.
Yeah.
Also, in our defense, the only bloodshedding has been done by us at this point.
that's
we know
actually
No.
not true.
He was
Deacon
going
and
down.
Deacon and the Farm Boys. That's a new band, by the way. I'm starting that. They killed some people. The remainders of the
Okay.
people in the guards tower. So,
That
where
does sound like a pretty good 80s pop synth band name.
Deacon and Farmers. Anyways, so where you guys had left off is you had a nice dinner at the DeMai family farm, got to know Nathaniel and Tabitha a little bit more, and went and retrieved more of Magnus's stuff from the woods, and were on your way to the inn to try and figure out how to get in there, get his stuff, when you ran into Deacon's angry mob and killed Lord Bloodbane.
Kill is the correct term, I guess. It was more of a massacre there. but
Okay,
yeah.
I guess I should say that Chira and Lumalia just straight up murdered him. That's the best
He's
way I
not a
could
nice
think of
dude.
it.
And so, obviously, the best thing to do would be to murder him.
Well, yeah.
It seemed
that was
logical
the
at the
perfect.
time.
That was the perfect.
All right,
punishment.
where we last
Any-
left our roaming band of murder hobos, apparently.
Hey, now, only murdered
Yeah.
two.
My last words last week were, "People of Kyoto, take back your city."
Freedom fighters, that's what it sounds like to me.
Oh dear.
Viva la Revolution.
Let's just see where this goes.
All right.
I'm not going to say anything else.
That's how they
So,
should
where
be
we
for the
left off is,
revolution, by the way.
You know, you guys are standing outside the inn with one stabbed in the head and completely cut in half Lord Bloodbane, and an angry mob of farmers and peasants and citizens led by an impressionable young farm boy who seemed to look up to you. And that's what we're going to open the game back up, is right there. It's evening, it's dark, and mostly what you're seeing by is the torchlight from all the peasants and the burning tower of the barracks off in the distance.
So, kind of right off the bat, since we did just decapitate their leader, my attention is immediately turned to the inn where the soldiers were previously pointing their crossbows at us. So, what can I see from where we're at, given the lighting?
All right,
what's
make
going on with the inn?
get a
How are they
perception roll up in this bitch for me, Mott. What does
Alright.
Hiram the Swift see, or
Also,
Hiram?
how far away from the inn are we?
You guys are currently standing about a good 100 feet away from the inn. Like,
Okay.
you had approached it, you were standing outside, or, you know, and you were yelling because you were trying to stay at a safe distance from the crossbows, when Lord Bloodbane came out and talked to you, and you murder-faced him.
That is
Murder.
not my real perception check that I just rolled. So I got a 14 plus 8. That is math 24. Nope, not 24. That's
Ladies and
29.
gentlemen, Common Core. No, anyways,
This
so
is why I use the software. 20
22. Okay. So, Hiram looks around and getting up torchlight. You can see that there are 4 crossbows in the windows, and you have no idea how many more people inside. But the door gets immediately pulled shut, and you hear the sound of like barricading at the door, like stuff being slammed against it. It's pretty easy to hear. I mean, it's loud, heavy movements. They're not trying to hide anything, but they haven't taken any shots. The inn is a large building. It's got the 2-story central part of it, and then there's 1-story wings off to the left and right of it that house additional rooms. Currently, majority of those windows are all boarded up except for the more central ones, where there are 2 on each side with crossbows pointing out them.
Okay, and what does the crowd behind us do? As I kind of look to my other direction and look at the potentially incoming crowd.
Well, you take a look at the end, then you take a look back on the other side because you guys are in the middle, and they're probably a bit further away. They're more like 200 feet, and the peasant farmer with the spear in his hand, Deacon, kind of like raises it, and they start like jogging forward, kind of rushing towards the building. They seemed inspired by the death of Lord Bloodbane.
In this moment, I would like to search his body for a key or something to the building. Or anything else he has, let's be honest.
Alright, so you're going to take his shit?
Yes.
Take his shit.
Alright.
While we have a moment,
While you have a moment. Alright, so you kneel down and search for him, and you're able to find that he does have a set of keys and a small pouch upon him. As well as he had a fine rapier at his side.
I don't need it.
Neat.
But look what I have keys.
I don't think.
Oh,
that
you have keys now. That'll be so much help for getting through the barricade.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think the keys are going to help because we're trying to get
I'm not
through
usually sarcastic.
like a barred door.
Keys might not be just for the door. It could be for anything else that they have.
It could be for anything else that's in that.
What's your
building.
Lumalia? What's your armor class?
Oh God.
Here we go.
Not high enough.
Let's just say conservative 6.
16.
6?
Flat-footed or just armor?
Flat-footed because you're bending over looting a body.
14.
Woo! See alive.
You get a crossbow
Okay,
bolt,
crossbow.
flies out the window, and probably a good shot, gets you right in the right in the thick of the meat of your shoulder for 5 points of damage.
All right, I want to point at the inn and yell as loud as I can. Stop it!
Good job.
Stop it!
Bad.
I'm gonna go over to Lamali and pull the arrow out, and then
That is not a good. Oh God damn it!
I pull the arrow out and then heal him with
Oh.
your light wound.
Roll
I'm
that.
gonna yell.
Roll that beautiful heal footage. That's gonna be a
Doing
1d8 plus
1d8 plus
your
1.
caster level. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. 9.
9. Oh yeah, back up the full. Congratulations.
What?
Three more bolts come flying towards you guys, but miss.
That would never make it fun.
Okay.
Hey, you
I'm
should
gonna-
probably get out of the way of the bolts.
I'm gonna pull out a torch of mine, light it, and yell for Kerto, and then begin charging the.
I'm gonna follow up with the charge.
So you're
Yeah.
you're gonna pull out an unlit torch, hold it up above your head, shout for Kerto, and charge the end.
Why don't we just
Shit,
get
I don't
right
have
into
anything to
that
light it
during
with,
the
do
middle
I?
of the I click my fingers and
can-
it lights.
You can light it with your fury and passion
There we
for
go.
battle, sir.
No,
Alright.
that's Hasser.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so I've got my torch in one hand, and I'm gonna have my short sword in the other, as I'm charging.
All right, so you're just charging the door. You're charging one of the windows. Are you just running up to the wall? Where are you charging to?
So, like D-Day style, I'm gonna get entrenched in kind of the front of the building and sort of hold on there. So I'm hopefully out of the range of the crossbows, but waiting for the rest of my party to get here so we can potentially get through that door.
All right, so you're just basically running up and like ducking against a building.
Yeah. Are we in combat right now?
We're kind of sort of in combat.
Close to it.
We're in narrative combat.
Okay.
Alright,
we're
how
in
close?
narrative
How
combat.
close am I to the building? Because I wanted to follow up with him.
Is anyone gonna
You guys
wake
are
me up,
about-
by the way?
You're about
Oh, yeah,
100
you're
feet away.
Aren't you? No,
100 feet away?
We're not waking him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm sleeping.
Oh, I forgot
very
that.
probable.
Actually, make a perception check, Fenris. Fenris. I'm sorry. Fenris is the merchant.
All right.
Oh God, Twitch chat keeps chanting "smoke them out."
Smoke. Yeah.
13.
Twitch chat, we can't smoke them out because
They're valuable.
there's stuff in there.
Guys,
So-
It's 17.
All right, so yeah, all right, you wake up to the sound of loud roaring and shouting, and you're carried piggyback style on your manservant's back, because that's how you roll. And you kind of look around kind of dazedly, and you're like, oh, we're at the inn. Oh my God, there's a giant pitchfork and torch mob behind me.
Good morning, sunshine.
What the hell did you guys do when I was sleeping?
Well, you immediately
Nothing
see
wrong.
you see Hiram
Right now,
and
it sounds
Chira
like
rush the building and go like run
I'm
full
totally rushing
speed
with them,
and
too.
Yeah,
and
I'm-
Hassel.
yeah.
All right,
I can't.
so
Yeah, I cast Fire
God
Strike.
damn it.
I'm going fucking in there.
all right. Are we at the building yet?
yeah, you guys charge up there. They managed
I
to
want to break through the barricade in the front door. I'm just going to smash right through it. I tore open a metal door last time. Let's go.
Are you raging?
Not yet. I'm not.
Okay.
But if this fails, I might be.
I'm
Do
gonna.
I need to sing a song? I mean, come on.
Yeah. I think you should sing a song. Sing for
Can
me.
I assist him? Can I go to assist him?
Are you guys just gonna try and just straight up strength checks burst through that door?
Yeah.
All right.
Icebreaker.
Strength
I'm
check
gonna
with an
use-
assist from Hasser.
All right. I'm rolling.
Just straight up strength roll. Let's see what you
All
got.
right.
That is a 16 plus. What is my strength? bonus?
19 plus 6. Fine, sorry.
I got
That better.
a 16
29.
plus 4, so that's a 20 without assist.
Oh wow! So the two of you together run in, shoulder charge into the door, and they hadn't had time to properly set up the barricade. You push the double doors open, knocking
As I
them
ram
off their
into the door,
hinges.
I want to yell, "Knock, knock! Daddy's home!"
Here's Chira.
All right, I'm gonna sheath my sword and pull out my longbow and draw it. I'm ready.
So as you guys burst into the door, the two of you, Hasser and Chira, you send a table flying with the force that you hit the door with. And getting inside, you can see the people there. And now we're going to need some initiative rolls.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm
Finally,
waiting
some
all
action.
my life to roll
Where do
initiative.
you want to do initiatives?
Just roll it and tell it to me. I'm keeping track of it separate.
19.
It's just
7 plus
17.
16.
I rolled a 5.
22.
Do you have any
We're
dex
stunned
to do
from
it?
bursting the door open.
all right. Hold on a sec.
No,
All
I
right,
don't. So it's a 5.
Wow.
Chira got a 5. Got it.
I got a 5.
After charging
22.
in there first.
22 from Mott. For
The-
Hira,
the
for I'm sorry,
barricade slowed me
Hiram
down
the
a bit.
Swift. And what did you get of Venris?
17.
And last one was and Kargi.
22.
Wow.
All right.
Some good rolls other than Shira.
Wait a second. I think I can add something to this though.
It's Dex or any other additional modifiers you have.
Trader.
I
Do you have
can't.
improved initiative?
Not yet. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 5. It's not that big of a deal.
You're
Yeah.
pretty tired after you burst through the door.
All right.
That's
So
understandable.
Right.
you burst through the door there. I think Hiram has the higher dex than Kargan, so Hiram will go first.
What's
Okay.
your insect?
How many targets are we talking
His
about?
is 16.
Oh, fair.
How many targets do we have?
You haven't seen inside the inn yet. We're doing it from the moment they hit the door and burst it open, and you had your back against the wall of the building. So you haven't actually looked inside yet.
All right, so I want to move. So before they as they did that, I had already sheathed my sword. sword. I'll edit that out later. And pulled out my longbow. So I'm just going to kind of get right into the doorway. Longbow drawn, arrow trained.
All right, so you immediately pull longbow out, and perception roll.
Okay. That is going to be a 15 plus 8. That is 23.
So, looking inside, immediately what you see catches you off guard and not what you were prepared for. You see that there are, like, right up at the front, there are some armed soldiers, probably about 5 of them. But behind them, and currently, like, huddling in corners and and barricades set up actually to the areas leading to the other wings, you see mostly, probably about 30 people that are mostly just like elderly women, children, all wearing very nice clothes.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably don't kill them.
I'm not planning on it.
No shit.
Probably.
Well, the
Probably.
person is leaving this room.
I'm going to shoot an arrow at the feet of the nearest guard. And yell to the gathered party to put down their weaponry.
All right, so you come in there, make an attack roll.
To the floor?
To the window.
That is an 11.
That's enough to hit the floor in front of him. That's not a difficult shot.
That's max damage at 8.
You put that arrow into that floorboard, sir.
The floor shatters.
So you
I
come over
accidentally
there.
hit a pool table.
Hiram comes around the corner, surveys the room real quick, and puts an arrow at the ground in front of one of the 5 armed men, who immediately kind of like are reaching for their weapons. Kargan, it's your turn.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess I'm gonna go ahead since I have to use a standard action to start raging song. I think I'll just go ahead and start raging song, and make my way through the door.
What's your raging song sound like?
I don't know. You tell me.
From the heart.
How much is that
From the
going
heart,
to
Kargan.
increase my
Let's hear
strength
it.
by?
I don't know. Is there you guys a song you want me to sing for you?
Under the Sea.
So
Rage Against the
R&B.
Machine.
What?
Let's hear you rap.
Dun 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 dun.
No!
Dun, 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 dun,
Da da
dun,
da da da
dun,
da
dun,
da
dun,
da da da. All right, so you begin chanting your rage song.
The bodies at the floor.
Oh God! All of your allies who can hear it may choose to take that rage, and if so, it gives you a +2 to your strength and con scores.
Oh my god. Yes.
And you are enraged. But you can't cast spells or do anything that
Oh,
requires
never
immediate
mind.
concentration because
Never mind.
you're a raging. Chira, you will get your full rage
Special
benefits, with the exception of any like special abilities beyond just adding the stats.
So just to be clear, rage basically only allows me to do like standard attacks with a weapon.
No, you can do other things. You just can't require things that requires like intense mental concentration.
Like
Can I
thinking.
still use like my light my weapon on fire? It's not a concentration.
No,
I mean,
but
it's just like touch.
I know it's not a concentration, but you can't cast it while raging. You can't use that
Alright, then.
ability. You don't
Fuck the
have to
rage.
take the rage.
Yeah, fuck the rage.
All right.
You say that now.
I'll take the rage.
Bitch, I already got 21 strength. I don't need your fucking rage.
Oh, get out.
21 strength.
I cast strength surge before.
Oh.
He did.
Okay, that's true. All right, so all right, yeah. So you begin your song, and whoever wants to can pump up the jam.
Yeah, you get to choose at the beginning of your turn, and like I guess at the top of every turn, you get to choose whether or not you get to be in that rage song.
Oh, every turn? Wow,
It is.
that's ridiculous.
It's 2 temporary strength and constitution.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
Okay,
you get, I think, you get -1 to AC, but +1 to will saves
Yes.
as well.
Great.
All right.
Awesome.
So
Alright.
you begin your song, and Who are you deeming as your allies? Just your immediate party, or are you including the farmers or the inn people?
I am not including the farmers.
Just yet.
All right. So
Put
you
the
still have a move.
whole-
You still have a move action remaining. What are you doing?
I'm going through the door and a little bit to the left, I guess, would be the best way to describe it.
All right. A powerful song of rage bursting from his lungs, coming around the corner. Kargan enters into the inn and just looks around the place. So the next we're gonna go on to Hasser. You're right there in the doorway, baby. You help break
Yeah.
this mother down.
So immediately after doing that, I pick out the closest guard, like point at him, start winding up my hammer, and just let it go to just cave in his head.
Attack roll.
Come on, buddy. 19.
That will hit.
Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
Roll damage. Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Trademarked.
No, that's trademarked by people before me.
17.
Holy crap.
Oh wait, no, that was a 24 for attack. But yeah, 17.
Oh, jeez. All right, so Hasser like begins spinning his weird like it looks like a metal ball on the end of like a string or a chain. He starts swirling it around like he's swinging it
on
over his
fire.
head, and it's on fire. And then he just kind of drops it and kicks it with his foot, and it goes flying forward and hits this guy right in the face, completely exploding his skull in flame and gory
Yeah.
bits.
Hasser on the kill board.
Hasser's on the scoreboard. You have a move action
Oh wait,
remaining.
wait! I need to put that down, guys. This is important.
We just lost Mott.
Oh no!
I'm here.
No. Who did we?
Easy.
All right, never mind.
Crazy.
So, yeah. So, all
I
right.
was just mouth agape at 17 damage.
That's a lot of
It was-
damage.
Kargan that I think we lost.
Oh, we did lose
never
Kargan.
Oh.
Well, it's not his
It's
turn. So, moving forward.
I'm just gonna like not necessarily take a 5-foot step, but I'm just gonna like gesture over to Chira, like try to beat that.
Holy crap!
All right.
Shit.
I've already killed 2 people.
Yeah,
go.
but you, like take their head off.
I cut
Kind
a
of,
guy in
yeah.
half 5
Okay.
minutes ago.
All right.
Yeah, fuck, whatever.
All right. So,
Still only counts as one.
So, yeah.
Meanwhile, we're having this chat right now.
yeah, you guys are arguing over your kill count. It's gonna be Lumalia.
Oh boy.
You and Venrus are still back 100 feet away in the road because
Yeah,
you never advanced
gotta-
forward.
Oh dear.
Take the full round. Take the full round. Run up.
Move. How far is the mob behind me?
About 200 feet away. They're a little further.
Mm.
You are 100 feet from the inn and 200 feet from the mob, in between the mob and the inn.
I'm gonna. I can see that it looks like they're smashing skulls okay on these guards, and I just pray to God that they don't hit any of the people behind them. And I'm gonna go and try and like talk to the mob.
All right.
Simmer things down a little bit.
So you turn and start.
Nice knowing you, fruit tart.
It's fine.
So,
this.
all right. What are you saying?
Well, I'm 200 feet away. I'm assuming they can't hear me over the burning buildings and screams coming from behind me.
You
yet.
could
Just
try
not
and
yelling loud
you could
enough.
yeah, you could try and shout loudly.
Oh God, it's not Nathaniel. It's
Deacon.
Deacon. Yeah, Deacon. Deacon Demai. Double D. All right. Deacon, calm down. We don't need to kill everyone in the inn. What happened at the tower? We told you to light a small fire, maybe cause a distraction, but you're covered in blood.
Make a diplomacy roll.
Oh boy, oh boy. Shit.
Oh no.
Let it be known that it's a nat 1.
The first nat one of the night.
Hey, Lamau.
Oh, sad.
Oh boy, I'm gonna die.
So you come up there and
Just
you're
insulted
like,
his mother.
you come across as very condescending. You're like, come on, we only told you to start a small fire distraction. You don't have to kill everyone in there. What the hell are you doing? And they're still charging, and you shout that from a long ways away, but it doesn't look like it had the desired effect. Venris.
Okay. First, I want to know, do I have my spells back?
You haven't slept for a full
No,
8
you didn't
hours.
take it long enough to do
You
that.
took a nap, okay?
Is he still sleeping on the back of his manservant?
Yes. He's awake now, but he's still being
Okay.
piggybacked by his manservant.
I'm
Bank.
gonna command Bank to go to where the big, strong people are.
Yes, sir. Bank begins, hustling forward towards the end with everyone
And-
else.
As I'm doing that, I want to make a skill check to find out who are the people there in the corner just cowering.
You haven't seen
cowering.
them yet. You don't know they're there.
Oh, really? Okay. Never
You're
mind.
100 feet away. The people who burst
Alright.
in and looked around were able to see that, but they're currently occupying the doorway. Like the 4 of them are like you can't see into the end because they're your 4 friends, allies, companions, whatever you call them, are blocking the doorway to these double doors. Looks like selling out
Alright,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something.
I guess I'm just sipping my wine then while we're riding.
All right. Then the mob is charging forward, running full speed ahead. The people in the end, one of them seeing his friend just get caved in and shouts at up ahead, "For the Bloodbanes!" and charges Hasser.
Try a bitch.
What's your armor class?
My armor class, with the dodge bonus, is 17.
17. All right, he will manage to score a hit on you
Fuck you, man.
for 7 points of damage.
Wow.
Ooh, get wrecked.
Wow.
Hasser does 17, and everyone's like,
do
"Whoa!"
right
He
now.
gets this long sword to the torso. So this guy comes up, slashes across of you. You're like, "Ha ha! Look at this plebeian!" And he just like slashes across your chest. And you're like, "Ow?"
Question mark?
Question. The one with the arrow
I'm only
between his
getting
feet.
started.
Yeah, he drops his weapon and throws up his hands. He saw what happened to Bloodbane.
Yeah.
The remaining 2 knock over another table and duck behind it with their crossbows and seem to be preparing their aim at you guys. Then we're going to get to Gargan.
Wait.
Did we skip?
We did skip Chira!
Gone yet?
We skipped
You son of a
Chira!
bitch! How dare you?
My bad.
Is it my turn
Karkin is
now?
currently
It's Chira's
the
turn.
battle bard from Mad
Alright.
Max Fury Road.
All right. I'd like to peek around the corner, because I clearly I'm not that far in the door, and I take it I see the angry mob running at us.
There's no corner for you to peek around. You are literally...
I'm just in the doorway.
Yeah, you broke down
Okay.
the doorway. You came in
Alright,
like
I
a
wanna-
wrecking ball.
I want to turn around. All right, and I'm going to stand in the doorway, and I yell, "Mighty angry mob of Kyoto, halt and put down your weapons, for we will handle this dastardly group in the inn," as I shout commandingly and angrily at
Thanks,
the angry
Gaston.
mob.
Make a diplomacy roll.
This is an intimidate.
No, that was not an intimidate.
Oh,
Roll a diplomacy.
Oh no!
That one!
All right, it's
Just
an
stick to
18.
punching. Oh.
What'd you get?
So wait, I got an 18.
So then add your
hold on.
charisma.
What's well, my charisma is a +2, so
All right,
that's
20.
20.
Yeah, you turn.
Hold on. I want to see if I can add anything to it. No, I can't, because I'm dog
I mean,
shit.
the 20 is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. Wait, diplomacy. All right.
So yeah.
I only get a +2 to it.
All right.
So that's a 20.
So yeah, you turned and yelled that angry mob of Karuto will handle this shit. It's pretty much what you say, and
Yeah.
you shout that to the crowdmen there, and I mean they're still moving forward at the moment, but they respond with a yeah.
All right. And then I turn around and look at Hassan and I'm like, "See, you might be able to kill one person, but I control an entire town."
Oh jeez.
Oh.
And And I've still killed one more person than you.
I'm gonna need you guys to make a dick measuring contest roll. No.
I roll a... Oh god, it's
Can
on
I
the
roll a
floor!
d12 for that?
Anyways, all right.
I would like it to be known that it's on the floor and it's an 18. Apparently I roll
Roll a
nothing but
d6.
18s.
all right. So
Three, I
then
got a 3, sorry.
we get to wrap
I love
back
you, buddy.
around to
I'm gonna kill more people.
Hiram. Hiram the Swift, totally not a 5-headed dragon.
All right, so we've got one guy on Hasser, fresh after an attack, one guy with a weapon down, and then 2 guys behind with crossbows.
Yeah, they seem to be trained like they're waiting for an action.
Okay, I am going to shoot at one of the guys who has their crossbows drawn, because I think Hasser can handle himself.
All right, they've got cover, so they'll be more difficult to hit, but roll that attack.
Okay. That is a 6.
Ah, you put an arrow firmly into that table. If that was a
Intimidation arrow.
if that was a target, you'd think that may be worth 20 points because it wasn't a bullseye. But
Hold on. Wait, I gotta find my D8. That is for 2 points of damage.
all right, you stick it into the table. Congratulations, Robin Hood. You have a move action remaining. Are you doing anything with the rest of your turn?
Is there any
Tick, tick,
cover by
tick,
where
tick.
we are?
I mean, there's the tables that you sent flying when Chira and Hasser burst open the door. You could dive behind one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a table.
All right. So they had prepared an action to shoot at anyone that was moving closer.
Shit.
So as you go to dive behind the table, 2 crossbow bolts come flying at you.
Okay.
What's your armor class? Oh, shit.
While I'm raging,
Do I hear a 20?
No. Oh,
while I'm
wow.
raging,
Lucky.
it's 16.
That was only 3 points of damage between 2 dice rolls, you lucky son of a
Holy
bitch.
shit. I take fucking 7.
I rolled a 1 and I rolled a 2 on a d8.
Well, I'm now at 10 health, so
That could have killed you.
I'm not a healthy man.
You're fine.
All
I have
right.
4 health.
Kargan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and rush that table, and since they've already unleashed their bows, I'm gonna go ahead and use Ice Earthbreaker on the nearest idiot that I can hit.
All right. You're going to swing at the guy behind the table. Charge him.
All right, rolling. Well, that's not great.
What'd you get?
That's not great at all. No, don't worry about it.
No, I'm the DM. That's what I do.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Might be 11. I don't know.
Might be a little. All right, so you run up there and you go to swing with your giant hammer, and you go down. Oh, you didn't really take into consideration too much of your anger and your rage. Is that you basically just hit the top of the table and miss them?
Do I break the table?
No, you don't break the table because you weren't attempting to
that's-
break the table.
That's unfortunate.
All right, so, Hasser's turn.
So is that rage thing still up for grabs?
Is this song still playing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still yodeling
already-
angry.
Since I already cast my spells, can I use the rage and
Go
will
nuts.
those
Yeah.
go away?
No, the spell
No,
effects don't end.
Once it's applied, it continues.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
yep.
going to take the rage effect because I've just been cut open. So I'm just like totally fucking into this now. So 2 strength and 2 constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, -1 to AC, but +1 to will save.
Okay. All right, and you said there's still that motherfucker that cut me open right in front of me, right?
Oh yeah, he's directly in front of you. There's no missing
I
that.
I-
forgot about that guy.
I'm going to just bust his ass wide open with a nice big old power attack.
That's gross.
All right, as you go to
So-
split his ass open with your balls, roll it. Roll your attack roll.
8 plus 14.
14 will not hit.
Fuck.
Aww.
You're
sad. I could've
angry.
done
You
shit
did.
on this.
You're just like I'm. You're like yeah, but you're not. You're used to fighting while with a righteous fury. You're not used to actually fighting raging, and you just completely over. You send the hammer out and completely miss him. So then we're gonna get to Lumalia. The mob is closer, and you were like trying to calm everyone down, and you hear Chira shout from from the inn, "They'll let us handle it."
So have they stopped? Or
No.
are they still like
They're slowing down.
They cheered
Slowing
loudly in response.
they
Yeah.
cheered loudly? Okay.
Yeah, we don't know if it actually worked.
How far away am I from that guy that's in front of Hasir?
At this
120?
point,
You're still 100.
130 feet, because you moved towards the mob.
How big of a disadvantage would I take for throwing a dagger from this distance?
What? You can't.
I swear, if you hit me, I'll be very sad.
If you hit
I'm
me,
just
I may die.
wondering.
How about you don't?
I could. Okay. I don't want to get the actual numbers. It's got a 10-foot range increment, and you take a -2
Yeah.
penalty for every
So it's
10
impossible.
feet beyond. You need a negative.
Okay.
You would literally need a natural 20 to succeed.
I figured as much. I'm gonna double move up to where they are now.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're like running back. I mean, you can try it, but you're literally
120.
banking on a nat 20 to
How
succeed.
good? By the way, how good would that have been if you had made that?
Yeah, but if I missed, I would have killed him. so-
Only if it had made it far enough.
Mhm. Anyway, I'll double move up and
All
hope
right.
that he doesn't die.
So,
That'll be fine.
Do it. No
do
thanks.
yeah. Don't let your dreams
Dreams be
become
dreams.
memes. So you start running up. You catch up briefly to Venris, who's being piggybacked by Bank. It's your turn now, Venris, as Luwalia catches up with you guys briefly.
Well, I'm going to grab my amulet, activate my sudden speed, which, as a swift action, increases my speed by 30.
Hmm.
So I will get off of Bank, say, "Thanks for the ride, baby," and I'm gonna charge as
I'm shaking my
fast as
head.
I can.
Okay, well at that point you're only 100 feet away. He double moves with you, even though he was carrying a load that was, So now with a base movement speed, with it increased by 30 to 60 feet, you're at the doorway. You are behind your allies.
Can I draw my crossbow and shoot it at the first enemy I see?
Yeah, you could have drawn
Maybe
your
the
crossbow.
soldier.
You could have drawn your crossbow while approaching, and now you've reached and you're behind Hasser, and there's a guy on the other side of him.
You roll a 1.
And there's also 2 people behind a table, which are just
I-
roughly about 15 feet to forward and left of you.
Yeah,
I
I'm shooting
won't
the
kill
guy
you
right next to
'cause
the
you'll kill
hamster.
me.
I'm waiting for this nat 1 and watch
Yeah.
him shoot Hasser in the back and kill him.
It's a terrible idea.
You bitch.
Am I the first one to get a nat 1 this
11
session?
for an attack.
Oh no, you completely
Today.
miss.
Today? Okay.
Did I hit Hasir?
No, you just
All
miss. Like you shoot, and the bolt. You're trying hard not to hit Hasser, and it just goes completely wide. You're not very good at this to begin with, and you're just like ah.
All right, just for the people out there
So,
listening as well,
The
I
mob
also have an
advances
amulet
closer.
for me to use my
The
implement.
guard in the inn, is feeling more confident. You missed him. He landed attack on you, and he's going back in on Hasser hard.
Oh,
He's
great.
going to hit too.
God.
Where did that
Alright.
that damage dice go though?
Oh, thank God.
My headphones came unplugged for a second there. That was weird. But
Come on, no whammies.
You want whammies.
isn't this the moment that you would want a whammy for?
Yeah,
Well,
big bucks and
opposite.
whammies.
Whammy is in, whatever.
Okay.
Did you just roll max damage?
I did roll max damage. That's gonna
God.
be
That's the face of max damage, ladies and gentlemen.
that's 8 points of damage to Hasser.
Okay, I am definitely unconscious now. At
Man
-2.
down.
What are you
My
at?
constitution is, huh?
What's your actual negative value at?
Well, -2.
Okay, so Hasser is this guy slashes upward with his longsword, takes Hasser, like, just basically cut first one way and another. He's just basically cut an X into Hasser's chest, and Hasser dropped and is bleeding.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right.
The other guys reload their crossbows from behind the tables and take a shot at Kargan, and one takes a shot at Kargan, the other takes a shot at Hiram. That's a nat 20 onto Kargan? Oh, shit.
This is why we avoid
He
combat
does
at the
not
first level.
confirm the
Really
crit.
good.
He does not confirm the crit. And he misses Hiram.
Shit like this happens, and I have 0 HP to back my stuff up.
So Kargan, you just take 4 points of damage, and a bolt flies past Hiram's face, comes very close but misses. He did not
I'd like to
confirm the
point
critical
out,
hit.
by the way, that we started this fight off with like just straight up decapitating somebody, and that
And
was
now
supposed to
we've
be
hit a
their
roadblock.
leader.
Yeah.
The one guy is still standing there with his hands above his head and his weapon at his feet, really not certain what to do. His friends are fighting back, but he still feels outnumbered, and he just goes and dives behind the table and doesn't retrieve his weapon.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
Chira.
Okay. I turn around towards the people in this room now. I accept the enrage from Kargan's beautiful song of death,
Yeah, you do.
and
Who wants to keep from bleeding out?
I yell to the opposition in this room loud enough also so that the crowd can hear what I'm saying. I've already split your leader in half, and unlike my friend with the hammer down there, if you don't put your weapons down right now and relax and give up kindly, I'll be forced to tear out your intestines and jump rope with them, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's a good thing I can't hear that since I'm unconscious.
Roll an intimidate for me, baby.
I would love to. That is a 16 plus, I believe that's another
13.
16. It's 13 plus my mod on strength.
Oh,
Because of
your strength just
intimidating
went up by
prowess.
force of 2 more, so that's going to be
Yeah,
50. So
that's
31.
6 plus 13. Yeah. 6 plus 13 plus 16.
Yeah, the
19 plus
13
16.
the 13 already includes your base strength.
Yeah.
So you're just increasing it by the amount of your by
Well,
the
the
rage.
13 doesn't include the strength base
Yes,
because
it does.
No, it includes charisma strength.
Yeah,
It automatically doesn't include the strength modifier that I get from additional.
which is only
'cause
two.
I'm look-
Which is only 2 more. Because you're
No, I get the +2. Intimidate's a charisma check. Plus
And-
my strength modifier
yes.
from
the 13
intimidating
already.
prowess.
Yeah, the 13
But
already
the
includes
13
that.
doesn't keep that in mind from the strength.
Yes, it does.
I'm looking at it right now. It doesn't say it includes it at all.
It's marked under feet. I helped you design this.
So
Well,
is
no,
it
it
going to
wouldn't-
make a
it wouldn't-
difference? is
Oh
the
wait. I
question.
need to add more from the feet.
Anyways,
because
Anyways,
I had
the-
the 6.
the
Yeah,
the,
it's a
thir-
plus
the
6.
13 was right, and then while raging, it becomes a
It's a
plus
plus
15.
15.
Yes, exactly. So you got 31.
All
all right.
that makes more sense. I was wrong by 1 anyway. So it
It's
doesn't
okay,
matter.
baby. It's okay.
All right.
So yeah, you're sort of like, I will jump rope with your goddamn intestines, and the room looks fucking frightened. And the
No,
guy
I'm
who
bleeding
just
out.
but the guy who just dropped Hasser, while he is scared, he just dropped the dude with the hammer, and he's not giving up the fight yet. The two on the other side of the table have not responded, but they look like they're kind of cowering behind that table. And we're gonna come
I
back.
look at the guy. I look at the guy near Hasser. Looks like somebody wants to double dutch.
It's gonna be Hiram's turn. Somebody wants to
I am
double
going
dutch.
to shoot an arrow straight for the guy who just dropped Hasser. That is a 20. That's a crit.
Oh,
So 24 attack. I confirm at 22. And that is 4 damage and then 7 for crit.
so you put a bolt, an arrow right into this guy's face. There's no other way to put it. Right in.
Cheer, mark me. Mark it down.
I got you, baby.
I got you.
help me.
On the board.
Still the
got
only
you.
person
Don't
on the board.
I
Bill
will
that's not on the
literally
board is you,
die
buddy.
by the time it
I'm-
gets to my turn if someone does not
So-
help me.
To Hasser's point, I don't know how to help him. Is there anything I can do
Make a
now?
goddamn heal
Actually, yeah, a heal check would be to attempt to stop someone from bleeding out.
What is a heal check?
It's the
What
skill
do
heal.
I-
Plus
It's a skill.
wisdom.
Okay, so I have a 2 to that. So
Come on, baby.
But you just shot someone, so you can't do it this turn. Because it's a standard
oh,
action.
That's good.
It starts bleeding
I
even
rolled
more.
a 1.
That was, Jesus Christ, without a done damage.
So I.
Oh, that would have fucked it up and hurt you more.
I'm just gonna kind of, I've got him. I'm pretty pumped. I'm gonna stand right up with my bow kind of still drawn, like sort of training it at the people around to look intimidating.
All right. So you just shot the dude in the face and dropped him. An arrow right through his nose, more or less, and he drops hard. Then it is going to, and you look scary. Woo, man with the bow. Kargan.
Good job. All right, so
Hasser's on the floor bleeding.
I'm gonna have to get to Hasser. So Hiram did drop the guy that was attacking Hasser, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's gotten over with. All right, well, I'm gonna go and attempt to do Cure Light Wounds on Hasser.
All right. So you
Are you
move
gonna
over.
have to stop raging for that though?
No, I can cast spells. You guys can't.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
Sweet,
I'm gonna go
well, that's
Cure Light
awesome.
Wounds on Hasser. All right, hope for high rolls, Hasser.
No whammies.
You get 5.
Yay!
All right. You're back up to conscious and at 3 hit points. You
Yay!
you
And I
wake.
say, hey, baby, wake up, welcome back. Do I get a -1 for saving somebody or what? How does this work?
What?
Am I at point -5? Kill check?
No, you
Save
just
somebody?
established yourself as group Band-Aid. Congratulations.
You
Um,
get the
Alright.
+1 in my book.
Beautiful. I'm gonna quit with the rage song, but lingering performance will still go.
Okay.
Just FYI.
So for 2 more rounds, there will be Rage Song after
Yes.
he stops singing. It's echoing. All
Yeah,
right.
it's in your head. You can't get it out. You're like, yeah.
Hasser, you're the guy in front of
Who's
you
so
who
tuned.
dropped you is dead with an arrow that entered in through his nose, and you've got a nice little X carved into your chest, but you're alive.
Okay. Well, first I'm
I
gonna
nodded Hasser.
take a quick look around the room, see who else is there that I could attack.
There's the 2 people,
If
but
I need
there's
to.
the 2 people that are behind the table that had crossbows, and then there's another guy, and they're just 15 feet away. And then there's a guy cowering underneath a table that hadn't been knocked over. He was the one who dropped his weapon. And then there's roughly in different corners of the room, because it's a large tavern room. So there's probably some behind the bar from the sounds of it, and people in the corner, and they're mostly women, children, old folks. Or injured soldiers,
Okay.
people with only one arm and such.
Well, seeing how many people are still left, I can drop the rage.
Yeah, whenever you want.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the rage and use my other cure light wounds.
Actually, you went unconscious, so you lost the rage anyways.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
No, everybody. If you're unconscious, they automatically accept the rage song.
What? Anyway, so you're not raging anymore.
Rage.
So I'm gonna 8.
All right, so you heal yourself another hit points
Yay.
as the cuts across your chest go away, and you feel much better. Wait,
I'm ready to fuck some guys up now.
that's right. Hasser's ready to fuck some guys. So we move on to
Yeah.
Lumalia.
I have a question. Is Magnus with us? Because wasn't he coming with us? Or
No,
where
he's
is Magnus?
Magnus stayed behind.
Did he stay behind? Okay.
He
Just
didn't.
Curious.
He's not cut out for bloodshed and hasn't had time to rest and prepare his spells.
That's right.
Venrus
That'll
is
do it.
here.
Venrus.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's doing sleeping right now.
Veterans
To
made
be
it.
fair, he was just asleep.
I guess I'll keep moving up because I'm still 100 and or like 70 feet away.
Yeah.
Like he puked last time he saw blood, so he's doing pretty good with
So I
that.
did
Yeah, I'm starting to adjust to the lifestyle.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
very
getting
proud of
almost
you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to it real quick.
He attempted
I
his first murder
noticed.
today. I'm so proud.
We're gonna have to like keep upping it so like we can still make him puke.
All right. So it is. What do you do? You're just double moving forward then.
Yeah, I can't really do anything from
All right.
70 feet away, but I will shake my head at Venris just because, and just keep moving.
All right.
He's already like way further ahead of you, by the way.
Yeah.
He's already-
Yeah,
Venris.
I'm shaking my head at him
Just
very
as you're walking forward.
Like,
essentially.
Alright. Well, seeing that my crossbow did jack shit, I'm going to find out what these women and children are doing here, and see if I notice anyone important.
Do a knowledge nobility and royalty check.
Alright.
Get the book.
Get the book.
18 plus 9, 27.
27. Oh, yeah, actually, you noticed quite a few. For one, that's Lady. Oh, I guess that's Widow Bloodbane now.
Oh boy.
Bob killed.
I'm sorry for your loss.
And you notice a few other like prestigious, at least formerly prestigious nobles that were in that same kind of circle as Bloodbane. These were those that were the inner circle of King Gregor before Arimos deposed him, and so there's probably like there's an easy 6-7 formerly high-ranking noble families in here, and most of them
Alright, I'm going to
are children
talk
or,
to
or
Mrs.
old.
Bloodbane and say, if you don't want to get hurt, Mrs. Bloodbane, tell your men to stand down.
Diplomacy check.
Alright. Where is that? There it is. Alright. 15 overall.
You heard it, men. It's clear that we've already lost, and perhaps if we throw ourselves at their mercy, we will come out of this. The remaining soldiers look hesitantly, but drop their weapons and hold their hands up and surrender.
You guys are welcome, by the way.
Have I caught
I
up at
give
this
him,
point
like,
now?
Yeah, you walk in at the end of his speech.
So I look down and I see the now decapitated guard, and I say to Hasir, "Well, it looks like you got ahead of yourself there." And then I just
Oh, he did that.
Oh yeah,
Well, he wasn't decapitated. His head got squished like a watermelon in a Gallagher stand-up performance.
Still applies.
I think so.
So it's not that his head is just down there. It's there and a little bit over there.
Oh,
ahead of him.
there and there. Krillin, too soon.
There.
No. All right. So they have surrendered, and that will end the combat unless you guys are continuing to attack something.
No, I'm turning around, yelling outside, "We're victorious!"
So the
Okay.
And the crowd goes wild.
the crowd at this point is basically about to catch up there, and Deacon's at the front and sees you step outside and shout your victory. You've routed them from the inn?
Kind of.
Yeah, just go away.
They've surrendered. We can work from here.
You should see the guy whose head exploded.
He
So
kind
I'm
of like
thinking that
gestures
the most
back.
diplomatic of us should probably work on keeping the crowd in check,
I agree
while
with that.
the rest
Why
of
did it
us.
split up last time? So
Yeah, we still got to find
So Deacon like
Magnus. and
holds
stuff.
up his hand to the rest of them, and they kind of like stop and look all like hyped and poised, and he walks up there to you guys and looks around the room. I want you all to get the hell out of my goddamn town, he says, pointing at all of the huddling people and guards.
Deacon, we need to talk about what happens from here. Now, we helped you get your town back, and you promised to help us. Our friend Magnus has his goods in this inn, and that's all that we need. We're willing to allow you to take control of the town, pending that you
Allow me
don't
to take
hurt-
control of my town?
Okay,
Careful
listen.
on your
Diplomacy
words
check.
there, Harold.
Diplomacy check.
I'll fucking
Alright.
I
intimidate
need
roll
to
that
just
shit.
not say anything.
Diplomacy. It would help if they put them in alphabetical order, which they did. That is a 7.
Ooh, alright.
I should not be talking, by the way.
Yeah, he cuts you off and he's like, allow us to take control of our city?
I say, Shira, maybe you should remind our friend Deacon here what happens when we put our minds to our weapons and make those to good use.
Whoa.
Can we not?
Whoa, friends, buddies.
Let's all
Deacon.
take a step back.
My eyes start to light up a little bit.
Everyone, let's all calm down. We will leave your place. Just allow all the nobles to come with us so no harm comes to them as well. You don't want this bloodshed on your hands.
I just want them out. They can go wherever
Give
they
us
want
time
that's
to
not
collect
here.
their things, collect our things, and get out of here.
Yeah, give us an hour and we'll leave. We
They
promise.
pose no
Oh,
threat at the
an
moment.
hour after Magnus gets here.
An hour after we sleep. I'm tired.
You guys are friends and allies. You can stay as long as you want. Them, they need to be gone within the hour.
Can they camp out on the outskirts of town?
I don't care as long as
Deacon,
they're
they
out of
pose no-
town.
They pose
Okay.
no harm.
Alright.
This is
I
I'm
guess
done bleeding for your revolution, and I walk away. I go looking for the goods.
I'd like to go find Mrs. Bloodbane.
Same here.
so
Give
she's
her
she's
a delicious snack.
I would like to go find Magus's goods while we're in here.
all right.
Yeah.
That is the reason that we came in here.
So, you guys find Lumali and Venrus. You find, Widow Bloodbane fairly easily. She's like standing now in front of the crowd of survivors, if you will.
Mrs. Bloodbane, I'm sorry for your loss.
Don't patronize me. You were one of the. I saw you put a dagger into my husband's head.
I turn around and yell, I helped.
You're not helping, Shira. Fine, but I would like to know what happened in the past 2 weeks that Eremos thought it would be a smart idea to start a revolution.
What the?
Things like this don't happen overnight.
2 weeks ago is when the revolution happened.
Well, there must have been more leading up to it. The generals just don't turn on their kings.
They do when they are power hungry and corrupt.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Okay, fair enough. Well, now where will you go?
I don't know. You act like we thought of this. Just leave us be. You've done enough.
Well, we're the only reason you're alive right now.
You're the reason that my husband is dead.
Well, he was kind of an asshole.
I'm walking away at this point.
I'm
She-
gonna
she-
go up to them.
She walks up and spits in Chiro's face.
Oh god.
And I look her dead in the eyes and say, delicious.
What? You're a monster.
I'm a little taken back from that.
Okay. I'm going to say to them, listen, if you guys need refuge, head over to Tim's Hold and talk to the Long Arrow family. They will help you get set up. Just tell them Venrus sent you. They'll understand.
She looks at you kind of confusedly and slowly nods her head and goes back to helping everyone else get ready.
Alright, and I take my leave.
Are we sending anybody to get Magnus?
I'm currently looking for the goods.
I thought we
Deacon.
were sending Bink
Deacon.
to do that.
Yeah. Bank, Deacon, can you guys figure out who's gonna go get Magnus for us? We need him really, really
And
badly.
can you bring Nathaniel back?
Yeah,
I'd like to
we'd
speak to him
appreciate.
as well.
Hank, stay with me.
You can go fetch Magnus and your brother, please.
Deacon turns to someone and goes, "Someone fetch Nathan. Have him bring the merchant." And a kid goes, "Right on, Deacon," and goes and runs off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Deacon's kind of like pacing around, like, you know, he was preparing for a fight here. Now it's all done. His blood's still pumping.
All right, Deacon, what's on your mind, bud? You look a little tense.
He just shakes his head and walks outside. Just make sure they're gone
Okay.
within the hour. So you guys search around. It doesn't actually take long. The inn is... the stuff wasn't hidden. It was kind of in the... Like, you went through the back of the main inn room to where the, like, kitchen area was. And there's a larger door there for where they would bring stuff in. And that's where literally you find all of Magnus's contents. Which is just several, like, crates. Crates upon crates upon crates of goods.
Can I look to see what was in that pouch that I pickpocketed off of the dead body? Not pickpocketed, but took off the dead body.
Oh, yeah, certainly. In
I
the
open it.
You open it, and in the pouch, you see a crown.
Wait, like... Wait, how big is this pouch?
It's, like, this big. It's a pouch. Not like...
I thought it was like an itty-bitty, like,
No.
coin
That's
pouch.
a sack, not a pouch.
It's a satchel.
It's a satchel. Thank you,
Whatever.
Chair. It's a satchel.
Yep.
So I'm assuming I would recognize it as, like...
It was the royal crown of Turnog.
Okay.
I look at Lamalia. Can I wear that?
I don't think we should be
I just-
pulling that out.
I just want to put it on for a second and see how I look.
I
No.
don't think
No.
that's a
Hide
wise
this right
idea.
now.
I'm
Yeah, I
going
think we should keep
I'm-
that hidden for now.
Can I put it on later?
Yes,
All
absolutely.
right, that's all I needed to hear.
maybe if
Hide
you're
it.
good. And I'll put it in my bag. I guess I have a royal crown now. Alright.
It's a satchel.
Yes, one royal crown. Add to inventory. Not one crown royal.
Royal
That's
crown
something
of
different
Turnog.
altogether.
Got it.
I'm kind of
Was-
anything else of interest in the inn, other than just a bunch of apparently people?
Make a perception check.
Sure.
Ooh.
21.
You're going along. You actually find the innkeeper and his staff locked in basically a large pantry.
Can I go
There's
search
an
the
ink-
pantry?
Is the innkeeper alive?
Yes, they're not harmed or anything. They've just been locked in there.
Oh, hi.
Alright.
Hey, are you okay?
Oh, we've been trapped in here. As they took our inn from us. We heard fighting. Is everything okay?
Well,
Yeah.
you have an inn again. There's a little bit of cleaning up to do, but it's back, and you don't have to worry about bloodbane anymore. So,
But
wait
you
a
might
minute.
have to get his blood out of the woodwork.
Oh,
Just saying.
my hero, bless you, sir, bless you. The innkeeper, man with a large twirly mustache, and like
Mustache.
and like receding hairline, runs up and hugs you and kisses you on both cheeks.
Innkeeper,
you,
did
thank
you hear
you.
how awesome I was with that jump rope statement?
I heard somebody say something about double dutch. I did not
It was
quite know
pretty
what you
sweet,
meant.
right?
Ignore my friend. What is your name, sir?
My, oh, forgive me. He kind of like tries to straighten himself and compose himself. I am Thomas. Thomas Oakenbarrow, and this is my inn, the Come On Inn.
that's actually a very nice name.
It's
Well
a
done.
little too punny for me.
This is coming. What? You? What? Can you give him a fruit tart? Because that man probably is hungry.
He was locked in the pantry.
I will.
Yes.
You guys are free. I will cook you a meal. You can stay here at the inn. You are totally welcome. Guest of honor.
Thank you,
Do you
sir.
have any ale?
I do. I have quite a bit of ale. Rounds for
Any wine.
everyone.
Lovely.
Come on.
I'll actually reach in.
He like reaches back and
still
claps.
have-
Come on, you worthless sacks of shit! Get to work! I know
still
you
have
haven't
that
been doing anything
flask.
but sitting here for the past day, so now it's time to earn your pay. He shouts in the servant.
Can I take a drink to Deacon?
Yes, you can.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Help him get the edge off.
The crowd is
I
kind
still
of
have the
like
glass
watching.
from the
I said the crowd is like is watching the nobles disperse because they've gotten their stuff and they're in the process of all leaving, and they're headed north along the road towards Timshold, where they're exiting from there. And the crowd's just like watching them go with like angry eyes. And perception checks.
I would love to perceive
For
something.
all of us?
Anyone who's there.
21. 14 plus 3, so
Nat
17.
1.
14 plus
that
8.
one.
You see a few.
That is, yeah, 22.
Wait,
So pretty much all of you see. There's a few people that look like they're kind of off in the corner, like whispering to themselves, gesturing to the crowd of people leaving, and they look extremely suspicious and probably angry. And then they go and disperse back into the town.
You know,
well,
I'm not too
those
worried
nobles
about
are
that.
dead.
You know, we've got our stuff. We've got Magnus's stuff. The town is, you know, settled at this point. I think we just hang out. We have some food. We have some beer. We recover some hit points, and get ready to pack up and move on.
Yes, let's get out of this town, please.
So it's not that much longer till the boy returns with a Nathaniel and Magnus from the Demai farm, and immediately Nathaniel grabs Deacon by the back of the neck and pulls him off to a corner, and the two of them start getting into a shouting match with each other. While Magnus comes running up to you guys. My friends, my heroes! Are
Hey,
all of
Magnus, so let's get your stuff and come here for a really quick second. Come in really close. Why the fuck would somebody have the crown of the king in their satchel? This isn't a part of your stuff, is it?
I know that I suspect that Bloodbane was a strong loyalist to the king and must have retrieved it before fleeing the city.
All right, well, we've got some crazy shit going on right now. So get your stuff and let's get out of here.
I thought we were spending the
I
night.
thought we were staying the night.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Yes, we will need to preferably
just
to
woke
rest.
We should
I
at least
took a
get
nap.
outside the town. Then we can stay in the tent that we have set up. That we
Let's-
will have set up.
Let's stay here. Let's take the hospitality from Sir Thomas, and have a drink, relax. There's no need to rush out in the middle of the night. It's
It looks suspicious anyway.
Little worried, but I will go along with the party.
Alright, we'll have Bank protect us.
Oh,
that's
good.
We can just put Bank on watch
Bank-
all night long and
Bank-
never have to
Bank's
worry
gonna-
about anything.
Bank
Bank
just-
gonna crack one night.
Because, like, honestly.
Bank just simply nods once and says nothing.
Okay, see? We got this covered, boy. Let's start sleeping.
Very well.
so Magnus. Are all of your things here then? Are you?
Where
good
are
to
they?
go?
Show me to them so
Well,
I can do
before we-
inventory.
This way.
Before we go to sleep, does anyone want me to? I'm still trying to figure out how this works. I have the spell. What is it? Masterwork. Transmutation.
Oh, geez. I mean, that's an expensive spell to cast for you right now.
Well, I mean, if anyone has like 150 gold, I can do it.
You
I wonder who
Are you
has...
kidding me? Venrus pays me 5 gold to forget about protecting him.
Okay, just in the future, since I have it, like, I could use it, then go to sleep, and then have another level 2 for tomorrow. But just so everyone knows, I can make your
What
shit
is-
better.
But wait, you don't have a level 2 spell yet?
I got level 2 spells already.
Because wisdom modifier.
But that gives you bonus spells per day, but not until you actually have those spells.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. I was like, it doesn't
Yeah.
get you higher level spells faster. It's just when you get
Shit.
access to them.
Yeah, Wisdom would be amazing.
Right.
All right.
So I'd like to
Okay.
inspect that flask I found in the Karato prison of random liquid that I'm not sure what it is.
When you remove the lid and smell it, it is strongly smells of alcohol.
Oh, wonderful. Would anyone like a drink? I think I have some very, very strong whiskey here. Anyone? Anyone? No? Okay.
We
I'll,
got
I'll,
it.
I'm good.
After the day I've had, I'll have all of that.
I'll take a sip.
I'll
All right.
pour,
You can't threaten me with a good time.
I'll pour around for everybody and not
Yeah.
back.
I pretend to drink it.
You pretend to drink it. Make a
You actually hand it off to Bank first.
make a bluff
It sounds
check.
like a sleight of hand check, if you ask me.
No, bluff will do.
All right.
Nat 1, nat 1.
Let's see, that's a 15 plus. Where's my bluff? 17.
Okay,
Not bad.
fine.
So yeah, I doubt anyone's paying that close attention to you, but if they want to, you're just like, aha, yeah.
This is super good.
Oh god, I think this is used for
Alright, so
stripping
let's-
paint off of wood. No.
Let's not waste any more time. Let's get some rest and get ready to head out in the morning.
So Magnus goes and inspects, and he comes back and tells you that all of my stuff is still there. They must not have had time to pry through it or move it around. That is excellent.
Wait, is there anything on the bodies of the people we've slain?
You mean the one guy we killed?
The
We killed two.
the
Two.
crowd took them with them
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
to bury their dead.
Oh.
Okay, that's
yeah,
nice.
that's fair.
I thought you meant the mob took them, like they're just gonna go string them up or something. But okay, that's a little bit better.
No,
Hey.
Oh jeez, but they did do that to Lord Bloodbane's body.
Bane. Yeah.
Don't give him any ideas.
Anyway,
They have the
let's
two-
go sleep.
And yeah, you know, Thomas set you guys up with nice rooms at the inn, and you guys are. It's been a long day. You're fucking tired. You fall asleep pretty easily, and
Sweet.
you have your own. You each get your own bed. You get your own room. It's comfortable, and you wake up in the morning to the smell of eggs and bacon and grilled onions, and you didn't realize how hungry you were. Well, maybe you did.
Bank, you
Alright.
shouldn't have.
Let's go have breakfast.
And then
Agree.
Thomas and his staff are like, "Ah, the heroes awaken! I have prepared a glorious breakfast for you."
Thank you, Thomas. It smells wonderful.
Do you have any English muffins?
I have bread that can be
English?
toasted
What
for
are
you.
talking about?
His Kyoto muffins.
Oh.
As we're eating, I want to sit right next to Magnus to talk to him.
Magnus is scarfing down the food. He hasn't, he was in the woods for a while. He hasn't had such good cooking.
So now that we have our goods in order, where are we going from here? Are we going straight to Tirnog? Do we have any more turnoffs that you wanted to go to, Magnus, or are we going straight there?
This is the last stop before Turnog, besides going off the road to even smaller little villages. He's just stuffing some sausage and eggs into his mouth. So my plan was to go on to Turnog. If you guys would accompany me, I would most certainly pay you to be northward, since I don't seem to have my original caravan guards anymore.
Speaking of compensation, I believe you owe us a little bit for improving
that's
our-
what
Oh!
I was talking about.
Most certainly, yes. I mean, one moment, I found this one there, and thank you for reminding me. He pulls from his bag and pulls out 6 individual little bags and hands you each one.
Ah, wonderful.
And it might be wise if we go ahead to Tirnog before you. If a small town like Kirito is in such civil unrest, I'd hate to see what the capital city is like.
Wait, what?
If I would not want to travel the road alone, I would gladly hire you to escort me there.
Fair
Sounds
enough.
like a deal. We'll take it.
Yep.
We have
I'll
no
spend the
reason to
pouch, by the
stay
way.
in this
How
town.
much? How much is in the pouches?
In the pouches is 100 gold.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
better.
I was kind of wondering if maybe an enchanted item for coming to your aid, most of us, despite any form of payment, would be in order.
Diplomacy check, you greedy son of a bitch.
I'm gonna assist him on this as well.
Why don't you
Yeah.
let me do the diplomacy checks? Here, come on.
Yeah.
Right, like
come on.
seriously.
Because he's the
I'm gonna
greedy
start
one. He's the
heavily
greedy one.
using the power of suggestion. That's an 11.
Oh my god.
13 then.
Oh.
What my
Well, I
friend's
do-
trying to say, Magnus, is any sort of special abilities to help protect you would be greatly appreciated.
And he also
They're
goes,
not very good
and while
for
I do not get me wrong, I greatly appreciate all the work that you have done, but my life was not in per se mortal danger at the time. I was simply being waylaid, and perhaps once we get to Ternog safely, I can get into my stores and perhaps reward you with something more. But this time, I would not wish to deactivate the protective enchantments upon them that kept them sealed within their boxes while I was
Are you
captive.
sure about that? And I cast Charm Person.
Oh God.
I think we're best buddies.
He waves his hand in the air. Venris, my friend, I appreciate your strong capitalistic manner, but do not forget I am an enchanter too, and know very much well and when I am being casted upon.
I cast it
I
again.
shout, Magnus, you want to take over Kerto?
Why don't you take a nap in the afternoon and just let us know, Venrus? Holy cow.
Well, let's drop the discussion of additional compensation. We should probably get on the road soon.
Yes,
Yeah.
most certainly.
I agree.
Thomas, thank you again for letting us stay the night. I hope we weren't too much trouble.
No, you were fantastic, ideal guests, and you freed me from that cupboard. I smelled like onions. I will probably smell like onions for days.
Alright. And I'll leave 10 gold for him.
And he gives each one of you a hug and a kiss on each cheek. His
I give him
mustache
11 gold
tickles.
then.
Since we kind of destroyed some of his tables.
He doesn't care.
Oh, whatever. Alright.
So
Shall we go?
you guys go, and Magnus has, casted a few spells of the rest, and all of his equipment is lined up, and he pulls out a little token from his robe and sets it down. It turns into basically it looks like a large wagon with two metallic-looking horses.
Motherfucking Capsule Corp. Up
Then
here.
loads up, moves his hands, and all of his crates go up on top of the wagon. He climbs up on top of it. And would anyone else like to ride? I have room for one more.
I
I'd
immediately
love
jump
to.
on.
Fenris just jumps
get up.
on.
Taking the easy way.
I just sit on Venris's lap.
I start walking.
You sit
I'll
on
accept it.
Fenris's lap. Okay. And then you all begin to head off down the road to Ternog.
How far is it? to
Thinking
Tiernog?
of- Ternog is about a 3 days journey from here.
Is how long?
3 days.
3 days. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
I'd like to take lead of the group and just kind of scout out ahead.
All right. So as you guys
I'll
begin
bring up the
taking off
rear.
down the road is where we're going to take a small break here. So we can also... Do we still want to clip the audio, Mott?
Yes, please.
All right.
Alright.
So
I
everyone
have a
can
good
clip-
computer, but it's not good
Right now?
enough to edit 6 1.5-hour groups of audio together.
So we're going to take a short break where we get this here set up, and we'll come back to the second half in a few minutes. We're not clipping the stream, so just bear with us while we BS and get this set up.
All right.
Alright. And now we have
Alright.
to export.
Save that.
Or save.
Export
Can I
it.
save it?
So,
You
Or-
so
export
how
it
about
and it will save.
how about that
Okay.
first combat? We had someone drop below 0.
Yeah.
I just
To be
Could be
expected,
worse.
honestly.
On that round, I'm like, should I do my other Cure Light Wounds or like, nah? I, can
got
just kill
scared.
this guy in front of me.
I
Like the tank of
when I rolled that
What was
20
their,
on
what was their AC?
their AC was 15.
15. Goddamn.
I think I have the
I had
highest
not
AC out of all
power
of us.
attacked.
Yeah, I was like, alright, I'm gonna go stop the mob. They can handle themselves. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get killed here. Alright, never
When the-
mind.
I'm just glad that the first arrow, I've shot 3 arrows this whole game. 1 bounced off a wall, 1 stuck into a floor. Oh, no, 4. 1 went into the back of a table, and then 1 went straight through a guy's head.
20
Pretty good
No.
batting average right
I
now.
really
I
wanted to
just-
throw that dagger
I
from
just
like,
really need to hit level 2. and
I was
then I'll be
banking on
fine.
you hitting me with that dagger, and I was going to be very sad.
I really wanted to throw
Just turn
it.
around. How could you? I'm gonna piss. Be right back.
Alright.
Yeah.
What's the bone? What's the? There's a. Is there a feat that removes that?
What?
disadvantage for range increments, or is it just proficiency?
I believe there's like a far shot feat or something along those sorts. Let me check.
Are you trying to throw
It
daggers?
might only be just. Yeah.
I'm
Just
not
get
gonna
a
try.
fucking bow, man.
Far
Oh,
shot, you only suffer a -1 penalty per full range increment
And then
versus a
there's
-2.
I have to take point blank too. Yeah, that's not happening. All right, cool.
Like,
Sweet.
no, range increment just means how far the weapon can naturally go before it take additional aim. So like a dagger's 10 feet, a longbow is like 120, 110.
110.
Yeah,
And then don't composites go up per strength modifier or something?
that's
No.
that's damage. They can add their strength modifier to damage based upon the composites build.
What's the point of the +0 composite?
I don't. Yeah, I always wondered that too. I think it gets like 10 extra feet of range. I think.
No, there's literally no difference
Really?
in stats.
I thought it did. Hold on.
How much extra gold is it?
It's an extra 25 gold.
Oh.
I guess
But you
potentially
can't,
if you
like-
could improve it, then
I don't
maybe.
think you can do that though.
You might be able to like enchant it possibly.
Well, I mean, you could enchant your other
No,
bow
yeah.
then, too.
The zero gets an extra 10 feet of range on the regular longbow.
Does it? Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Where are we uploading to?
We can worry about that
Don't
once it's
worry
all
about
done.
uploading
I'm
it.
not uploading yet, but
Alright.
I just
I still
exported.
have another 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes on mine.
So I'm
Jeez,
gonna go
mine's
for
already
long.
done. GG, report mod.
I'm on a laptop. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Brag about it.
So I saw this weekend Hafthor Bjornsson, who plays the Mountain in Game of Thrones.
Oh.
I saw him break 2 world records of strength. He deadlifted 1,160 pounds,
Jesus.
and he threw a 56-pound weighted ball over his head 19 feet into the air.
that's disgusting.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's so disgusting.
It's fucking absurd. That guy is just massive.
I grew up
That lips.
I grew up in Dayton, Ohio, and their what's his name? Larry Pacifico, like former Mr. Universe a couple times, is from there. And my friend Mike Baker has like the world record for 2 lifts at 185 pounds. He deadlifted like 760 something for a 185 pounder. That's pretty fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
That's nothing compared to 1,100 and whatever pounds. That's nothing.
He did that. It was 760 as a warm up.
Oh, warm up!
Yeah.
Warm up!
That's so
He
gross.
goes to,
That's so gross.
there's
That's
a
7 of
Scottish
me. Well,
there's a Scottish
5.5,
festival every year in New Hampshire called the Highland Games.
yeah.
It's up at one of the ski resorts, and he goes to it every year to participate in the strongman competitions.
What a monster.
So let me
And
get
it's
this
just
straight.
like-
So he deadlifted all of us.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, that's
Yes.
the really scary thing. And it wasn't traditional weights either. It was specialty wheels. It's like, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can see the videos and the pictures I posted of him doing it. It's these cast iron wheels that I guess somebody who started deadlifting or did deadlifting a long time ago used to deadlift before like barbells were really a thing. And they had 2 custom-made ones of those that were 760 just as a base, and then he added stuff onto that. It just looked easy when he did it. It was the scariest thing ever, because you then watch him in the scene where he blows the guy's head up from Dorne and go, yeah, he could probably do that.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
That, and his name is half fucking
Yeah,
Thor.
Thor Bjornsson.
It's the most.
Hafthor Björnsson is correct. TSM. No, it's like Bjornsson.
Confirmed for TSM deadlifting
It's
team.
Bjornsson,
No.
which means he's half Thor Bear's son.
That's fucking.
Yeah.
Like, how those parents pretty much set him up for success in
Yeah.
life. Like,
Well,
yeah,
there
you're
used to
gonna
be that. There used to be that like world record powerlifter named Magnus Samuelsson. Like, that's a disgusting name. How do you not like? I feel like you come out of the womb just bench pressing a bus with a name like that.
All right. And where's
I
everybody?
have a really. I have a
I got a minute
question.
left.
Okay.
All right.
Me too.
This spell, memorize page, it allows me to memorize everything on the book.
Right.
And basically, I'm wondering, can I get the bonuses forever with the book that I read, or no?
No.
All right, I had to try.
That'd be broken as fuck.
Yeah, I was wondering.
All right. Is anybody still exporting?
Yeah. We got a minute left on Santander.
Nope, 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
All right.
So,
Alright.
no, go ahead.
Once Santana, once you're done, just let us know. We're gonna re-queue up audio and then resync.
Yup, yup.
So I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1, sync. We'll say sync, and then
It'll
to
be
Claude, it's floor is yours.
Okay.
Did-
So for spells that increase my strength.
Am I
can
matching things, or did
cast-
you just call me DeClaude?
Did I just
thought I
call you
heard that,
Claude?
dude.
I
Yeah.
think you just called me DeClaude.
Might have.
Oh my god.
So Haber, with with Rage Song, ultimately how it breaks down is like if you have to cast a spell and not like spell-like abilities. Like spell-like
Yeah.
abilities you can do while you're in rage, but if you're raging, you can't
Would
cast
that
spells.
include my I forget what they're called, but like my basically blessings?
Those, I believe, are spell-like abilities.
So you
Okay.
could cast those. Let me
Anyway,
double
I'm
check
good.
that.
All right.
Well, I got one. Well, as far as like strength spells that increase my strength, could I like use? Do those stack at all?
It depends
Like,
on the
if I
type
cast
of bonus.
Is it a morale bonus?
Oh,
Is it a morale?
I should see.
Yeah.
That
Bonuses of the
It's
same
bowl
type
strength
don't
and then
stack.
strength
It's
surge.
yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look that up.
All right. So then, when everyone's ready, we'll go ahead and start the record. Then Mott will sync us up, and we'll continue on to the next leg of the adventure.
Okay.
All right. Is everybody recording wise set?
Oh, I'm recording now, baby.
I will record
I'm recording now.
Okay.
Yep. I'm recording.
now.
All right.
Got it. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Sync.
We're gonna
Yeah.
do that again. It's got to be 1 in sync. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Sing.
Sync.
Good enough.
Look at it.
Hashtag podcasting.
Sank.
Now
I mean,
that's
it's
what I
never
call
gonna-
podcasting.
Never gonna work.
The good thing is that I can go back and listen to Twitch and like listen as best as I can to how we all did it and figure it out from there. So,
All right.
LeShock, the floor is yours.
Not the Claude, the shock.
Not Claude.
The shock.
Yeah. The
Definitely
oh, I can only strive to pun as well as he can.
Le chocolat bleu.
Oh God. So, on the road to Turnog
Club.
sounds like a bad folk song. So, you guys immediately, you don't say goodbye
Right,
to
you get in
anyone.
the
You
farmer.
don't like tell anyone what's going on. Like you eat your breakfast and you get on the goddamn road. You're just ready to leave Kerto. So
He's on
All
the
right.
road.
In retrospect, that was kind of rude.
you
yeah.
guys, you know,
Oh, well.
you thankfully have 3 uneventful days of traveling. Nothing.
What?
Yeah. No. Not
Oh.
assaulted by any bandits. No
Did-
random
did we-
bears.
Take time to rest along the way.
I mean, you rested each
We
night.
just slept.
I did set up my portable bathtub multiple times then, and took a nice steam
How many
You're
charges
gonna run
do
out
you
of
have
soap
left?
here, man. You better be careful.
of soap. Well, if depending on how many times did we stop, I guess.
Once a day. I
Okay,
get
so
technically
if it's
twice.
3
Once
days,
for lunch and then once to camp for the night.
How many
Well,
baths
I-
do you take? Is the question.
only one. I only took a bath per day, so I'll reduce my soap by 2.
And
So one day
soap.
you took a
How much
bath.
soap do you have left?
Soap?
I have 48 charges of soap.
so then
Also,
come
There's 50 charges per bar.
the morning
Alright.
after
look at
about, or I'd say about 11 o'clock ish. You guys arrive outside the walls of the great city-state of Turnog. This is kind of built around a large hill. So when you see this pattern here, it doesn't just look like a rug. It's literally also built on tiers of elevation. At the very top of this large hill, you can see the Castle Turnog, this huge, foreboding, like, dark stone building that is extremely old. It was what the city was built around, supposedly. And then, like, and tiers around it are parts of the city, up to the point where it gets to the lowest area, and you've got actual farmland behind the walls, and then the dock areas. So it's an extremely large place. And the walls are really high. We're talking like 60-foot high walls.
Wow.
It is a military stronghold.
Home sweet home.
I want to make a fashion check.
You could have just asked me, but okay.
Okay, knowledge local.
That's not as fun.
17.
17. Okay, are you trying to blend in with the nobility, the merchant class, or the
Oh,
peasants?
I want to be the richest of the rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems like a poor idea at the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Vendors, can I borrow some clothes, man?
Considering the nobility was just run out of the town.
So
You
the,
bring
But
the,
I
the
want to
rich.
look fancy.
So you look, from what you last heard of the fashion in Ternog, which is like, this year's fashion has been sunset, in colors and themes that reminds one of the sunset.
All right, sleeve it many garments.
Venrus fancies himself as you guys approach the gate. There's only 2 gates into the city, a north gate and a south gate. Other than that, there are docks on both the east and west side of the city. I'm not sure why someone pinged that tower area.
I was just trying to scroll.
Oh, okay. So, so you guys approach the gate there, and there's a line of people, like, you know, ending in and exiting the gate that seems to actually be backed up.
We're from the north or south, sorry.
You guys are from the north, so you're entering
Okay.
from. You're entering at the A.
Oh, okay.
You were.
Yeah,
Um,
we're getting
it's
all up
fine,
in that
though.
A.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, I guess, queue up here in line. Can we ask the guy in front of us what's going on?
Oh, new practices from General Arimos. I'm sorry, Lord Arimos. That's going to take some adjusting
Lord,
too.
Arimos.
Yeah, everyone has to declare who they are, why they're entering the city. You know, it's a full-on interrogation just to walk through the walls. He says, rolling
We
his
should let
eyes.
Magnus go first.
No, I'm going. I'm going first ahead of Magnus. I live here.
They're gonna know who you are.
We
Hey,
should also
listen.
let Magnus go first because he's opening a shop and
Yeah.
we're his
Magnus,
guards.
This
Do you
is
have any contact in the city? Is
Lumalia,
there anybody
please.
that you're meeting up with, or are you just as fresh as we are?
Well, I mean, I did have these. They pulled out these contracts that gave me permission, but that was under the old regime, so to speak. So, this could be interesting.
perhaps
I still know
getting into line might not be our best chance right now.
Does anybody
should-
want to hide that crown somewhere that
It's in my
nobody else
bag.
can see it?
Yes.
I mean,
another
we have a better place
concern
for
right
it.
Here's the question: do we want to play the Kerto under attack? We're reporting in angle.
The guy figures, wait, Kerto's under attack?
Kerto had some civil unrest. It's not under attack. It wasn't invaded or anything. You have nothing to worry about. But I mean, we could take the refugee angle.
Wait, the guy kind of
I
just
guess the problem.
shakes his head and turns around
I
back into the
shoo
line.
the group away from the
Let's-
line so that we can speak in private.
You lose your
Um,
spot. You lose your spot in the line as more people come and fill it.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's fine.
The problem that I'm going to see here is if our noble friends got out ahead of us, there's a good chance we're going to be wanted for offing that guy.
We didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
The nobles went to Tim's hold last time I checked.
Also,
Ooh, good call.
also, the nobles
nobles aren't in
were at
power
war
here.
with this general guy who did seek to depose the ruling order. We could also be like, hey, we killed Mr. Bloodfucker.
Besides, I
No,
think we
the-
should just. I think we should go in line. I can do. This is not the droid you're looking for, sort of thing.
Yes, it seems
Yeah.
for the time being we should lay low until we at least get into the city and see more of what is happening.
Yeah,
Guys,
I like that.
we don't. Why? What? Just we're here. We're helping out Magnus. That's all we are. That's all we do. We don't need to give him any more information than we have to at this point in time. You guys are really bad at like laying
Yes.
low.
If
Nice
things
shot
hit
that
the
we have a
fan,
crowd.
discuss
We're all guards.
Just you know what?
Well, our only problem with Magazine right now is the papers that he has are from the old regime.
Is anybody good at forging papers?
No,
Oh,
but the,
that is my specialty.
Excuse
But
me,
the up-
does somebody need documents? A greasy little man is suddenly like standing next to all of you in your little huddled circle, like tapping
no, I
his
don't
fingers.
trust you.
How greasy does he look?
I mean, you
Like
think
he's
that
dripping in
if
olive
you
oil.
dropped him into fire, you could cook French fries off of him?
So, like, with a snap of my fingers, he'd light on fire, wouldn't he?
No, the spell it doesn't work that way.
Look.
Come on!
So he's like he's short, real short for a human. Where he's like 5 foot, and he's like sitting there and he's wearing like dark gray faded clothes, and he's looking up at all of you like, I could get you documents. Do you need documents? I couldn't help but overhear
No.
that you needed
No,
documents.
We're fine, really. Thanks, though.
Now scram.
Screw, little guy.
I am curious who this person is. Who do you call yourself? What is your name?
Oh, well, around here they call me Mouse, because I know where all the holes are in the walls.
You almost turned this man away from us.
Yes, because I still don't trust him. Look at him.
Trust has
in
nothing
my-
to do with it. I
Look
would
at
never
Mouse!
trust a man
Spells.
called Mouse.
I am offended. What is wrong with my appearance?
Well,
I have
your
put
name
the
is
face
Mouse.
that my mother
You
gave
know-
me.
Very well.
It's only a face a mother
Mouse,
can
we're-
love.
Mouse, we're in need of information. What's the cost? Let's
Ugh.
get down to brass tacks here.
You know very well how much every mouse likes his cheese.
I don't have any cheese.
How much cheddar are we talking?
I don't have any Swiss.
I've
I
got
just-
pepper pack.
I take out like 3 gold coins and give it to him.
What information is it that you need, my friends?
We need to know what the situation with the merchants' quarters is. What's the latest? What's the latest talk around there? We've got a friend here who's got an old merchant contract that was under the old regime. We need to know what we're going to be walking into if we try to bring that up to the front gate there.
Ho ho. Well, I mean, that alone won't give you just suspicious looks. A lot of the merchant class backed Eremos with their finances, for they saw the opportunity, and many of them have moved out of their homes and occupied the places once in the nobles' ring. For
I see.
now that the general is the king, and the king is dead, and the general's the new king, the nobles are gone, the merchants are the new nobles.
So nothing has changed.
Is that not the nature of all politics? The wheel keeps turning, my friend. It is but the clever mouse who tries not to get trapped, says tapping his nose.
Yet the mouse is the one always in the wheel.
I think, we can use this pretty well to our advantage going in.
Yes. Mouse, you are from the city, correct?
Why, yes. I currently help those who are having trouble entering the city under the much more closely watched eye of General Eremos. Certain things that were common practice or acceptable before are now tightly watched, if you will.
I see. Now, Mouse.
Please explain.
Yes, please.
Oh, simple, odd little things, such as it is no longer legal to move pieces of obsidian that are a certain size, or certain types of gems are highly regulated. The general has a tight eye for things of the arcane nature, if you will. He likes to control them closely.
That does sound dangerous, but very well for the time being. Mouse, if we need your services again, where can we find you? Out here?
Well, he kind of reaches into his pocket and pulls out a little dull, looks like a dull brass-like coin, and he flips it in the air towards you guys.
I'll catch it.
To which one?
Yeah, go ahead. Catch it.
Yoink.
All you must do is toss that coin into any fountain and then I will know and can meet you there at the same time the next day. He grins.
Very well then, my friend.
One more question before you leave. The Hawks were taking residence in Tiernog, and I was told they were run out. Do you know where they are?
Oh, the Hawks are still in the city. I believe that I don't recall them truly leaving. Now they may have fallen out of favor and their prominent members were run out, but there are several Hawks still hiding in the high perches.
Thank you.
I try to steer clear. Everyone knows the Hawks like to eat a good mouse.
That is true. Now scram before I... No, I don't have anything else. Go. Shoo. We stumbled on words. We're the best.
He grins and slinks away about as quickly and unnoticed as he had arrived.
Like a mouse.
Like a mouse. No one said it was a clever nickname, but it is an appropriate one.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, guys. I think we've got plenty to work on to get ourselves into the city.
Yes, I
Let's,
believe between Magnus and Vendis, we should be able to convince ourselves into the city. I shall just stay quiet.
Let's make our way in.
I'm gonna pop my hood up and try and make
I'll
myself
lead the way,
as
I
non-discreet
suppose.
as possible.
This is gonna be fun.
So you guys get back into the line. And it takes you a good hour in queue before you guys get your spot up there. Magnus is just sitting upon his cart. This is taking forever.
It's only been an hour, Magnus. Calm down.
Well, it feels like forever.
You're an impatient man.
There is money to be made, my friend. And then after you get
We'll
up there,
get there eventually.
you guys get your turn. Your group pulls up, and there's a series of 6 guards there, armed with, like, 2 of them have long pole arms, 2 of them have bows, and the other 2 look like they're wearing robes and have books at their waist. And the first one steps forward. Names, state your name and reason of business for entering the great city-state of Ternog.
This is Venrus Long Arrow, and this is my servant Bank, at your service.
And your reason for entering the city?
Oh, we are with our best friend Magnus here. We are just hoping to pass through for some business.
What nature of business?
Magnus?
Ah, yes. Well, you see, I was coming here. My name is Magnus Alberg. You may have heard me from Magnus's magnificent magical materials. And I have come to set up a branch of my wares here upon it and within your fine city. I had originally documents that procured me the correct rights to come forth into your grand economy, but I understand there has been a change in regime, but I will present you to show this as my intentions here are purely economical. The guard takes the papers, looks them over. Well, these won't do you any good now, but you'll need to seek to head new merchants, but everything looks alright. And who are these guys? He says, gestures to all of you around him. Ah, they were my escorts. They're mercenaries who helped me along the road. They kind of narrow their eyes.
Strong word for us.
Just remember, alright, but see, there's been changes. If you plan on doing any more mercenary work while you're in the city, you gotta register with the guild.
Oh, there is a guild for that.
Yes, it's required by law.
Sounds like easy money to me, boys.
If you are found found soliciting for or taking solicited work outside of guild parameters within the city, you will be sentenced to a fee depending upon the level of infringement.
Can you point us in the direction of this guild?
Follow the signs.
Ah, wonderful, thank you.
We'll be on our way.
Okay, Magnus Albrecht, merchant, Venrus Arrow, mercenaries. Move along!
Love how we don't have to give names for the mercenaries.
Yeah.
As you guys are walking by
Mercenary one.
the last 2 guards at the end there, like their eyes are glowing as noticeable the magic types. They're just detecting magic on all things that are walking by. and watch you all
Ah.
proceed forward. Once you're past the wall, the first area that you enter, there's major roads and then there's minor alleys here, as you can see the layout. As you kind of enter in, there is a major roads, and this is what kind of on the opposite end of the wall is pretty much low-income housing. It's where all of the peasants and farmers and such live. Beyond that, in the next ring is where actually all the farms are. Now, Magnus is kind of like, explains, like, here in Turnock, at least that's how it was. The farms were property, actually, of the royal family, and it was part of citizens' mandatory service to spend time in both the military and the farm life for a year or two.
I see. Very structured.
It wasn't the best system, but it worked for the time we had.
Yeah. Everyone knew there was never a shortage of food, and there's never a shortage of trained soldiers. And so, like, you guys are moving along down the road there before you enter into the area of the Merchant's Ring. Because, like, it's basically the city, the walls are built way far out. That's probably a good 2-3 miles of farmland that you pass through. So by the time you actually get through this and into the city proper, at the outer part of the Merchant's Ring, it's mid-afternoon.
Is anyone hungry?
Yes.
If I could make a small request, I'd like to stop by my parents' house. If they're still in the city, that is.
Yeah, let's give it a look.
I suppose I should pay my respects to your father, yes.
Please.
Well,
Oh, wait, is this the sick one?
Well, my father is, but my mother's a wonderful lady. And she cooks better than I do.
I'm not sick.
well, my friends, I will be proceeding forward from here to go and attempt to register my business. I will send word to you once I know how I'm set up if you wish to come and visit. But in the meanwhile, here is more payment for safely seeing me here. And he hands you all some more coins. Hands you each an additional 25 gold.
25.
I'll take it.
For the days on the road and safely seeing me here.
That's not too
Jump
bad.
Was
for
Max,
just walking
I-
this town.
I am looking forward to visiting your shop and seeing what enchantments you have to offer your dearest friends.
Hiram is a greedy one, I can tell.
I just like to get paid.
Hiram enjoys the spoils of war.
I do the job and I get paid. So, he, yaws on his metal horses and keeps going. Lamali, remember that your family's residence was kind of on the outer edge of the Merchant's Ring, to the on the northeast side, so you're not horribly far. It's kind of like right across from the farmland actually where we live, so you could probably get there in a good 15 minutes, probably. Right around there,
Brisk
yeah.
walk.
Mhm.
No more.
And signs, there have been lots of signs for, like, newly constructed signs pointing for stating the area and directions for the various different guilds in the city. We're talking, like, gigantic signs, like Mercenaries Guild, Smiths, Craftsmen's Guild, Mages Guild, like, all these, and they look really new, and they're with various directions to the places that you would need to go. With a firm reminder of performing or soliciting for any work outside of guild parameters will result in punishment by the law of Turnog.
On our way there, Veneris, do you think you could learn more about this Lord Erimos?
Oh yeah, certainly. Let me just grab my book of Chernog really quick.
Handy dandy book of Tirnog.
Tales of Turnog.
Is that a nobility check?
The Tirnog primer.
You could local, nobility, or history would work in this regard.
All right, I'll do
All three
local.
takes the
So
highest.
3 + 9 + 2, 15. No, 14. Sorry.
All right. The only thing is that Erimos was a proud and famed general of the city. While Turnog itself hasn't seen a lot in the way of large-scale organized war, they are constantly dealing with pirates and raiders, which is why they've built such a wall. And Erimos has been just generally well known as being the most successful general they've had in generations.
All right, I'll let Hasir know that then.
I would like to meet this Erimos then.
He's a
Is
very
he set up in the castle, I take it?
You would assume.
Right.
How about this, everyone? We all do our business for the evening, then we all meet up at an inn somewhere. Because I have business of myself. If you guys want
Amalia will bring us snacks.
Maybe
Is
if
it-
you're good.
Is there anybody that we can stay with in the city?
You can stay at my place if you'd like, or you can... There's various inns in the area if they haven't been
Might not
ransacked.
be a bad idea to check out the mercenary guild.
I'm already on my way.
I
I'm
don't
following you, buddy.
but
Yeah, I'll go to the mercenary guild as well.
I
Is
will
there
not.
a guild of horrors?
Yes, there
Good to know.
there is an entertainers guild.
Horrors.
We can go there afterward.
Well,
How's there?
it includes
Very well.
all forms of entertainment: musicians, singers, whores, performers, you
I
name
feel
it.
that the horrors should have their own guild. But that is neither here nor there.
Well, maybe
Let's get going,
politics,
Lumalia.
maybe
Alright.
politics is your thing, and you can start one, Hasir. But yes, let's continue.
So Lumalia and Hesser are going to visit Lumalia's family, and then
Yes.
Kargan, Hiram, and Chira are off to the mercenary guild. And Venris, what are you doing?
I want to do some research, and I want to figure out if anyone here knows the language that's on the piece of paper in my amulet.
All right, so you're off to like a library.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we will then start because of closest distance. We'll start with Lumali and Hasser arriving at the Thera household. It's a modest household. It looks like, you know, it's well kept. It's nothing gigantic or overly fancy, but nice. It's nicer than regular little peasant living, if you will. It's middle class. You know, the house looks the same. The dog is out front, sitting there.
Sparky. I'm glad to see you're still okay. Come here, boy.
Sparky jumps up and runs over, and cue to his name, little sparks let up off his feet as he runs over.
Magical dog, it's great. He keeps away all the pirates occasionally. Not that we really get any in this inner ring. Mother dearest, are you home?
Lumalia, is that you? The voice says as a pleasant-looking, upper middle-aged woman emerges from the house. Just wearing
Yes,
simple
yes.
clothes and an
I thought-
apron about her waist.
I've brought us Sarah. Is it okay if we come in? I've heard some news recently of
Oh.
the situation here.
Absolutely, come in. Your friend is definitely welcome. Hasser, you're from the you're from the temple, aren't you, of Garako?
Yes.
Oh well,
Yes, his father was friends with father, so he came to pay his respects as well.
oh please.
Mother, what has happened here? It's civil unrest and uprisings, and are you
Oh,
super
well,
to the throne?
Come in and we will discuss. And she says, kind of
Go
looking
on.
around almost warily.
All right, well, shuffle on in.
I mean, the house looks well kept there, and when you guys enter in, there is a large, muscular, like hulking, like kind of slightly receding hairline, upper middle-aged man, like sitting there, and like sharpening a dagger that looks like it doesn't need to be sharpened anymore. Son, you are home.
Yes, father, I'm home. It's wonderful to see you.
And
Ah,
are you aware that you are pursued by a vagabond behind you? He says, jolly, pointing the dagger at Hasser.
it's okay, father. That's what I say. He appears to be tearing his shirt off now, but yes, that's
Oh, I'm taking out my hammer. He's got his dagger.
all right. Boys,
That is
boys,
a
calm down.
That is a meteor hammer of the Church of Garako, isn't it?
Indeed it is, sir. I'm glad you recognize it.
Ah, I was friends with a member of that order. We killed many things together. It was great
That is why I'm
times.
here to see you. Although I assumed your affliction was worse than it appears, you look to be in quite good spirit and in body.
Son, you are back! Welcome!
Okay.
Mother, can we talk in private? I don't mean to be disrespectful to father, but we have some things to discuss.
He goes up and puts his arm around Hasser. Come, son, let me show you my latest trophies.
Sure, why not?
I'm sorry, Hassan, but thank you.
Son, I see you brought home a nice-looking lady. He nudges you in the ribs, Hasser.
Oh, father, let us not speak of this.
If you guys come back with the plague, we're killing you instantly.
Try it, bitch.
So he goes and shows you a room that actually has some like impressive monster heads mounted upon the wall, like a white dragon skull, stuffed owl bear. Like this dude's seen some shit. You heard from your master that he was an accomplished one, but you know, you weren't prepared. Like you almost do a double take when you see a basilisk head mounted on the wall and everything. Like you're just like, ah.
Impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he
Yes, my master's words do not do this justice.
But then he goes and shows you his latest editions where he has literally sewn like 20 dead squirrels together and is telling you it's a wild Wendigo.
This is the Wendigo.
Yes.
I've never seen one before.
And
It's beautiful.
he's got a few other of these things that, you know, well, he seems for the most part okay. You start to realize that not everything is ticking quite well up there, and he's not in the most touch with reality.
Oh, just now?
And he continues on the rest of the conversation as if referring to you as his son and talking about events that don't make sense. Like the time that you rode the giant yellow bird, or that you went into found that flower that turned you both into parrots. Like just these absurd things that don't make any sense, especially because you definitely have never met him before.
This sounds like Wednesday's.
Yeah, I feel like I've missed out in not going to Lumalia's house.
But, Mother, so what happened? You hurried us in. Are you still loyal to Gregor, or what's going on?
I thought the Hawks have always tried to take a stance of not getting involved with the politics, as Turnog has, in the past in our history, not been the most stable when it comes to that. But Eremos usurped Gregor. It was very sudden, and it seemed to most people to come out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't have more details of those who pry have. Well, some of them are not heard from again. I don't. It is. In such a short time, the city is very orderly, and the economy appears to be doing well. But it is best to keep one's opinions to yourself these days.
Fair enough. Do you know Guild Leader Orion has gone? Or is he one of those who have disappeared as well?
Him and the other senior members of the Hawks either fled or were driven off during the actual uprising.
And what of this new mercenary guild?
Eremos is demanding that everything be organized and recorded under his law and rule. The Hawks did not want to break their tradition, and that is one of the reasons that they were ran off. The remaining ones have, those who have remained, such as your cousin.
Ah, yes, my cousin. And what was his name? It's escaping me at the moment.
Well, your cousin Ryan. He.
Ryan, of course.
God damn it. Anyways, he was, he is one of those that's in charge of maintaining the records and such for the new guild. He found it better, as he told me, to stay and help those that are here than to flee and keep with tradition.
Well, maybe I shall go speak with Ryan. We have other friends here, and they seem to be on their way to the Mercenaries Guild. And I will be back for dinner. We'll be staying in the city for a while. I don't know how long, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to grab Haseel and depart so suddenly.
Oh, that's it's just good to know that you are okay and are doing well out there.
And it's good to know you two are doing as well as you can be. Hasea, are you ready to go catch up with the others?
I suppose. Father, I will see you later.
He gives you a big old hug and pat on the back and slips something into your hand with a wink.
Is it a squirrel?
No.
No, but it does appear to be a coin that looks like he carved himself out of tin.
Okay. All these goddamn coins people give us. Okay.
Seems like hell to draw.
If you drop that in a well, he'll come running.
And on that, we'll depart and try and catch up with the others of the guild.
All right, so you guys begin making your way to the Mercenary Guild.
What's his name?
Aurelius.
Aurelius.
Okay.
Aurelius, yeah.
Formerly the Great Slayer Aurelius.
Formerly, now he hunts squirrels and stitches them together, so...
That's
Truly.
badass.
He's still really good at taxidermy, man. Really good at taxidermy.
Alright. To the guild!
Alright, so... Venris, you find your way to the library. You've been to Turnog before. The layout's still the same. And a lot of the key players are very similar, at least on the merchant's end. Because that's where you are more involved, being only technically nobility in Tim's Hold. But, you get yourself access to a library. How long do you intend to search for to try and find matches to this language?
Until 12 o'clock at night, probably. And I'm going to be casting as many memorized pages as possible that I find of importance.
Okay. Then you duck into the library and bury your nose in books, and Bank goes forth and pulls volumes that you request and everything. Meanwhile, you'll be there for a while.
All right.
The Chira and Kargan and Hiram, the Swift, arrive at the one of the locations of the Mercenaries Guild. And it literally out front says, like, a brand new sign. It looks like an old one had been taken down, and if you try and look really hard, you think you might be able to see where some things have been painted over even. But it just says, like, the Turnog Mercenary Guild. And there is a small line of people, or not really a line, just a crowd of people hanging around here. There's a large bulletin board where occasionally you've seen someone walk up and nail something to, and people hurry over and grab something off of it. Or
I'm just gonna walk past them inside and see what's going on.
Yeah.
So inside, this is a fairly large building. I almost want to envision it like a Viking longhouse. It's just one long, not horribly wide building. And in the first part of the entrance, there's just lots of rows of benches and tables where it looks like a mess hall where some people are sitting and eating. And further beyond that is like a ring where there are some people sparring. And then further back there, as it goes further and further back, you see some mounted monster and animals and creatures onto the wall. And then the way, way back, there is where the wall seems to close off. There's a room with a window and someone sitting like a teller at that window. And that's where there's
I
a
go
line.
to that window.
All right. There's about 4 people ahead of you guys, but they go through quickly. And you get up to the teller, and it is a cheerful, bright-looking young man with freckles and bright red hair. He looks to be about in his early 20s and is in fairly good shape and is sitting there. He goes, "Welcome to the Turnog Mercenaries Guild. Is this your first time here?"
Yes.
Yes.
And are you looking to do work while you're within the fine city?
Sure. Do we need a mercenaries guild card or something?
Well, you will be given proper identification. Should work for us, and the biggest nature is to register, yourselves and your name, and what if you are acting as individuals or as a group, and if so, register your group name, and then pay your joining dues, which are represented correctly based upon if you are a group or individual.
Is there a group discount?
So to speak.
What's the cost for individual?
Individual initial enrollment is 30 gold to join the Mercenaries Union, and then all transactions of payment are run for us, and we take a percentage cut from each job.
What's
And
the
what's the
percentage on
group
that?
rate?
The group rate is, if you are 5 people, it is 125 gold to join. If there are 10 of you, it is 120 gold to join.
What if there are 6 of us?
Well, then that would put you at just quick little tallies. That would put you at 155 gold.
Why 155?
Well, it's 125 for 5 people to sign up as a group, and to add an additional member is 30 gold.
But if it's 10 members or
Can you-
120?
Can you drop it down by 20 gold, and you probably have yourself a deal?
He throws his hands. I cannot. These are the rules of the city as instituted, handed down by Lord Arimos himself. The prices
Can I
cannot be
speak to your
bent.
manager?
I am the senior member on hand right now. These rules are rules are non-negotiable. They are the law.
Could you fetch Eremos for us?
He laughs. You expect the king to come down and squabble with you over a few gold?
Yeah.
What's the actually? In all honesty, though, what's the cut exactly you guys take from each job?
We take 15%.
15%. Wow. Huh. That's interesting. You said 30 gold per person, but if you register as a group of 5, it's 120?
125.
125.
I have a quick question. What if, instead of paying this gold right off the bat, we end up doing a job for you guys, and we use whatever proceeds from that job to end up paying for our memberships?
Sir, while I appreciate your entrepreneurial outlook upon this, but this is the laws of the city and cannot be bent. I'm not a merchant that you are haggling with here. I'm a representative of the city of Ternog.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Very well.
Do all members need to be present in order to register them as a group?
No, they do not.
What are the other benefits of membership? Do we get any access to special stores?
Yeah, what are the perks?
Yeah.
Well, the
can you
most
do
most
for
obvious
me?
perk is that you are legally allowed to take jobs within the city, and you can come here and find job for the job board and find things that are available, or we can assign those to you if we deem your specific set of skills should you become notable enough. On top of that, the stores in the city do offer a discount to Mercenary Guild members for a certain amount of wares and a certain amount of money within a certain amount of time. It gets a little hazy depending upon what service you're buying, how often. There's a lot of rules behind it.
I have another major question.
Yes.
If we become, I guess, members of the Mercenaries Guild, does that mean we can come and go in the city as we please?
Absolutely. That does get you through
All right.
by being able to show your official guild membership. It does express your entry and exit of the city.
Do we have any ability through you guys to get discounted rates at lodging? Is there like a guild hall that we can stay at?
You are able to stay at any of our guild locations throughout the city. Now, it is first come, first serve on bedding each night, but it is free of charge.
What's the average payout per job?
That depends upon the job. Different jobs have different.
401k?
Well, we.
Do you guys do any free harbor contributions? I need to get a kick out of that mod.
All right, I think we should wait for the rest of the party to gather, and I'm kind of facing the other guys. I think we should go and see if we can cut a deal with Magnus and potentially get a sponsor for our entry into the Merchants Guild financially.
It's 120 gold for 5 people. That's not that big of a stretch.
125.
We got the money.
In fact, if we pay right now, can we just deduct it from the others that aren't here, like across the board, so we don't have to worry about this later and just assume that they paid us back?
Well, while you're having this
that
conversation,
cool?
actually, Lumalia and Hassa arrive. Lumalia, you know, this
Beautiful.
used to be one of the Hawks buildings.
What a shady job they've done with the painting. Ryan, is that you?
Lumalia, cousin!
Ryan, how are you? I see you turncoated a little bit, but that's okay.
God, you are the most condescending person I have met yet.
Right.
And
Making friends.
we work with Venrus, my God.
All right. Also, to clarify again, since Venrus isn't with us, does what I said earlier still count? Whereas, like, if we decide to pay now, we just assume that he pays us back later.
You
I'm
can
not
assume,
fighting
you
it.
can
Big.
assume that, but it's up to Venrus whether he actually pays you back later.
Right.
We can do the hey, Ryan, can we sign up 5 and then add a person later on onto the group for 6
Absolutely.
later? All right, why don't we
All
just
right,
do
that's
that then
fine.
and figure out whether or not Venrus dies before the end of the third
Yeah,
episode?
Venrus, why don't you just send your slave butler to go
Fucking
pay
hate
the
you.
fees?
Oh wait, would we have to pay for bank as well?
No,
Well,
he's
as long
not.
as-
He's not a mercenary. He's a backpack.
He's not considered.
Yeah,
He's not people.
he's subhuman.
Oh,
It's a it.
well,
Please.
well, I'm glad to see
He's an
that
extension of Venrus.
Lumalia, you'll continue to work through the city. A lot of former Hawks are still working through here. We're just doing everything we can to try and make the city so good and let the politics sort themselves out.
So I've heard, but it is good to see you, Ryan, all jokes aside.
Do
Is
we
there
get
a
a
discount
discount?
for signing up for multiple guilds? Like maybe if I want to join the Entertainers Guild, is there a discount? Or you guys?
We don't have. It's like pulls out this giant book that literally like states turn on bylaws and starts flipping through it. Huh. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not really certain. There's a lot of these. The book is like, this thick, and like this tall, and it's just.
Where's
like,
Venrus when you need somebody to read a book?
I don't
Meanwhile, the
know.
Wyvern's like, what?
And, to be honest,
Venrus is actually reading the book right now, but in a different
I
location.
wish.
these laws are still really new, so we're still trying to figure them all out. There's a lot of them.
Well, Ryan, if the laws are still new and people don't know what's going on exactly, for old time's sake, do you think you could cut us a deal?
I can't. That part I know. I can't cut you a deal.
Some cousin you are, Ryan. Reading from the
He's literally, Lumalia. Come on, cut him a break.
You look
Good.
deep. You say that,
understand
and you
he's
can
doing his
see.
job,
You can
right?
see the hurt in his ginger face after you say that.
I understand
You
you're doing
cut
your
him
job,
straight to
Ryan.
the soul he doesn't have.
Listen, Ryan, we can forgive your turncoating transgressions if now that we've paid up.
Well,
You
now
get
you
a
must
fat
fill.
job.
Now you first need to fill out some paperwork. As he pulls out mold.
Ryan the Bummer. That's what your name is.
Ryan,
I mean-
Bummer Ginger.
I mean, that was his old name in the guild, so...
Oh,
God, I wish him very
poor Ryan. So he It's like each of you to fill out your individual information. He hands you each a form, as well as this is a waiver saying that the guild is not responsible for any death, dismemberment, or harm you may suffer while performing activities in the guild. But in the event that you are injured beyond the capability of working, there is a stipend that will be paid to help take care of some of your medical expenses, as well as in the event of your passing, you get to name a next of kin where that amount would go towards.
Does that include death and dismemberment of potential people we're contracted against?
The people doing the
We
contract.
won't be held like terribly accountable.
This is just a personal liability waiver.
All right.
And then, as for a group, this is a group where saying that all actions done by those under your name are the group is liable for the actions as a whole of the group and as of the individuals of the group while operating under the name.
So, in your experience with what's going on, is it smarter to take an individual membership and then just team up as a group so that you're all liable under your own individuals?
There
I
are
guess,
some
application?
contracts. There are some contracts where they're only looking for groups.
All right,
And-
well, we're named Team Ramrod, so
Oh,
just mark it down.
Well, here he hands over the paperwork. Just fill it out and bring it back when you're done. And then you can pay the fee, and then we will get you the identification as well as identification for
I
your
fill out the
group.
paperwork and I've already deducted the money.
How much are we deducting each?
25. Except for the last person, which is 30. See, Venris, have fun paying that up.
I don't know what you're talking
Money
about.
back.
So okay. Now the group form, you have to give yourselves a name as a mercenary group in this city.
God damn it. I'm not gonna be there.
Just keep reading, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Group
What
vote.
was the name of the guy that we just killed?
No.
Bloodbane?
Bane of Bloodbane? The Bane of Bloodbane?
No.
Bloodbane
No.
Bane.
No.
The Bane's Bane.
Bane squared.
I
I hate having to come up with a Power Rangers-esque name.
I
No,
don't
no,
Nowhere.
if we do want to turn this into a sponsorship, and we don't have to turn the paperwork in now, but we could talk to Magnus. And we could be Magnus's magnificent mercenaries.
Okay,
No.
no.
I like Team Ramrod better.
Yeah.
I'd rather be
Magnus,
called Grundle Squad at this point.
Magnus's magnificent mercenaries.
M cubed.
Does
if
that
you
mean
want.
we all have to get matching gear and do like a dance every time we show up?
Yeah,
No.
I'm okay
I
with
don't
that.
know if I'm okay with that.
But we could get our hair turned different colors by Magnus's magnificent materials.
There'll be
I
time
would
for
rather
it
die.
a bit later.
I mean, we understand that you might want to use dyes instead of magic, Chira, but
But
Oh, I get it. Okay, that took me a little while.
No, and I hate everything. I hate the fact that I picked on it right away. I was like, oh.
Wait a second. Now this is just coming
Oh,
to me.
no, I have one. Cookies and Crusaders.
No.
No.
What if we call ourselves? Now just roll with me here for a second. The Trinity Force Adventurers Group.
But what
Wow,
is a
that's
Trinity
bold right
Force?
there.
But what is this Trinity Force you speak of?
We've got might, we've got magic, and we've got wit.
I like this.
And do
I don't know,
figure
guys. I mean, there are 5 of you signing up. How do 5 guys make a Triforce?
And it's settled.
yeah, you know what? I can't argue with that.
Wait,
Yeah.
there's 6 of us. Why don't we just be double?
Well,
Force?
I've...
Does Dennis really count, honestly? Does it? Like, let's be honest.
The man knows his
They
book.
combine equal
I'm
one person.
assuming he believes he knows how to charm a person, but I have not seen him do it yet. So I'm assuming
Okay.
he's just waggling his finger saying he's attempting to do something.
I think that's the.
One day.
I think we nailed
suppose...
it.
So
Well, I guess we're technically a sextet.
And our tag could be Tag, Trinity Force Adventuring Group.
Yeah, there we go.
How did you lose the F?
What? Trinity Force is one word.
And I guess with our applications, we'd get our tag cards.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
So,
So we're the Trinity Force Adventure
Adventures
group.
group. Okay.
Okay.
And we are
All right.
so non-creative.
We're the T-Fag.
Well, I wanted cookies.
The T-Fag.
We're the T-Fags.
Oh my God, no.
We're keeping
That's
that
how
name.
I
It's getting worse.
I cast message and say yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You have a moment
Whatever
of
you guys are
divine
talking
clarity.
about right now, absolutely.
Oh my
Go
God.
for it.
All right. Well, you guys sign up, and
Little
they.
did we know Banks sending messages the entire time.
Yeah,
back
he's
and
running
forth.
back and forth.
Oh my God, that guy's gonna be so tired. So yeah, you guys fill out the paperwork and sign up as your group, and they they give you basically they give you like it's not really like a badge, but it's like something you can pin to like a cloak or shirt, like it's basically a pin that shows like the Adventures Guild. It's got a registration number, and it literally says like on their Trinity Force Adventurers group.
I put it below the
The
golden
whole
hawk
name
when I
or
have on
just
my shoulder.
the initials?
The full name.
Damn it.
Come on.
All right.
I love
So,
it.
Ryan, the disappointment. What do we
Oh
have
my
for
God.
work?
It's too worse for this guy.
Well, let's see here.
And since you didn't cut us a discount, you better give us a well-paying job.
I mean, there are some really good paying jobs, but typically the higher the pay, the more dangerous they are.
I'm not
Let's-
afraid of danger.
Well, hold on.
Well,
whoa.
since
Like table
Danger is
talk.
Hasera's middle name.
since you
What
guys are
and that-
new,
What is
Um,
high pay?
well, since you guys are new, we'll start you off with something so we can gauge how good you are. It is
All
not
right.
for the guild's best interest to be sending people off to their death, after all. So, yeah.
There is no challenge for T-Fags.
I love that name so much.
This is the worst thing ever.
Oh man,
This-
Gave us an
we're gonna have to rebrand.
My God, we did.
But, I mean, it's only... Oh my God. It's only fair. As a big fan of Critical Role, their original name was The Shits, and I don't remember what that stood for. Alright, so... He starts looking through, and, Well, I have two jobs here. One is very simple, but has a decent payoff. But it won't get you any notoriety. But I'm pretty certain that anyone could do it. The other one is a little bit more dangerous.
Sold.
I haven't even told you what they are yet.
We don't.
I
need to
don't
know
care.
at this point.
Yeah, please let them
Yeah,
in.
we'll be fine.
Wait, let me guess. It involves killing undead in some random graveyard. Go.
No.
Oh,
Aw.
they continue.
Just let them
A
in.
merchant was recently waylaid by pirates on the coast outside of town, and his stuff
That
was
sounds
and all of his wares were taken. He has offered a bounty to anyone that can go and retrieve his goods and bring back the head of the bandit leader.
A bounty of.
A bounty of 1,000 gold.
And please do the math for me
Per
after your
person?
cut.
No, it's 1,000 gold, and anything that you, of course, find outside of his list of wares, which he holds up the list that the guy says, is for you to keep.
So if we take over the boat, I can be a captain.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
that's
that
exactly
that
what I was
falls
thinking.
under the spoils of adventuring clause in your contract. He holds up in points like anything that you obtain outside of the parameters of the contract that does not go in contrast of the contract's objectives are, of course, yours to keep. To anything
Brother, you wanna
up
guess?
to
This is happening.
to anything that is
Yes.
valued up to 5,000 gold, which you must just register
I've always
with
wanted a
the
boat. We're doing
guild
this.
for tax purposes.
Yeah. We'll register
Karkin.
all that when we care. Yeah.
This is gonna be our boat.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's go. We're gonna take this job.
Very well. I will Just so you know, other people may be attempting to collect the bounty, but here's a copy of the job assignment, and you'll find all the information there.
Ryan, can we kill them if they're trying to take the assignment?
If guild members are not to engage in harmful activity against one another.
And what if
is
they
there-
start
Got it.
conflict?
Okay, boys, let's get out of
However,
here.
we have a very strict no scabs policy. So should you come across people trying to attempt to take good on the contract that are not registered guild members, you have it within your rights to detain them within reason. If you cannot detain them within reason,
With this
lethal
hammer.
force is authorized.
Reason is actually the name of my bow, so thank you.
Oh my god.
And I
Consider
walk out.
them detained.
So that's why you're always missing, huh?
Thank you again, Ryan.
Damn.
Do tell your family I say hello, and I'll leave. With Mod. Hear him.
Alright. So
I start running in the direction of the pirate ship that I want to steal.
I swear.
I mean, you don't know where-
Things to do first.
So he's gone.
you
still
don't know
have to
where
meet up
exactly it
with
is,
Magnus.
other than that it's on the northeast coast outside of town was where they were waylaid.
I assume that my destiny is leading me in the right direction.
Listen,
please.
guys. You guys, we need to get Venerus set up before we beat up with him.
Do anything
Because we
rash.
will get super screwed by the guild if we take him on or Bank.
Did we not register him?
We registered him.
But we
You
just
want to
need
pay
him.
the 30? You want to pay the 30 gold for him? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll pay the 30 gold for him.
We still have
Okay.
to meet up with Magnus.
I mean, I can withhold his TFAG card.
Oh my god, no! This is awful! This
I'm
is
editing all
awful.
that out, by the way. So.
Yeah, that's probably the best part of tonight.
I don't
No.
understand why that's even a problem. It's the Trinity Force Adventure Group.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it at all.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I think first we should find
I hate you
Magnus,
guys.
and maybe find Magnus, and then maybe Magnus has some information on these pirates, and then we can go deal with the pirates.
Magnus just got into town, and pirates. are
Magnus
normal
is a
to
smart
town.
man. He networks well. I'm sure he has some information.
He doesn't have psychic powers.
I do.
Maybe
We
he can
ask
give us a
around
boat.
town and talk to people about the boat. That
But-
might make sense.
But let's get Vernus regardless.
You
I would
just
like
like
to-
him for his hair.
Well, I would like to speak to Magnus again once he has gotten set up.
Oh, he
Before
did
we
say
go
one
out.
of them. Yeah, that is correct. Fine, Kagi.
Also, yeah, can we go grab Benris?
Do any of us know where Venrus is?
He went to the library.
Did he?
Venrus, I don't-
Where else would that nerd go?
Oh shit, son.
Venrus, did you say where you were going? I mean, I remember you told them that you had other errands to attend to, but I don't recall you telling them where you were going.
No, I didn't tell anyone, I don't think, other than Bank, unless he's like going back and forth still.
That was. Were you sending Bank to relay messages? Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh my
No.
god. So okay, so
Bank
so
just pay the money then?
if Venrus sent him with it, sure.
Yes.
So Bank
We're
has
gonna
been
send
running
that.
back and forth relaying message with you guys the whole time. Oh my god, that guy's gotta be exhausted.
We're gonna give
'Cause,
Bank
like,
a nice retirement.
I was gonna
He's to get a good
straight
send
up
off.
lie to 40 gold for one of these TFAG cards. So he gave me some money, but
I'll pay
now
the
the
30
bank's there again. Alright, he pays the 30 gold.
Bank, can you go fetch your master? We have some business to attend to. Maybe.
Certainly. If would you like to follow me? Right, he's located at a library in the near the inner ring of the city.
Fair enough. Shall we?
And you will collect Venerus and then go to Magnus's place.
All right.
How late is it getting at this point?
I mean, you guys arrived and it was like mid-afternoon, so at this point it's getting near dinner time. Honestly, it's gonna be like 5, 6 o'clock, moving around the city.
And we did say we'd be back at Lumalia's for dinner, correct?
Lumalia said
Or
that. Yeah.
Lumalia stated she'd be back for dinner.
I suppose I can bring you along.
Well, I'd hope so. I'm hungry.
I mean, you are now part of TFAG, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotta do your part.
Yup.
So since I'm with them, what did I figure out in these books of mine?
So you've been trained through there, and the language, it's kind of hard. You're finding that this language has a lot of roots in the alphabets of the common languages. Like there are the similar alphabetic structure, but you can't find an actual alphabet to match it yet in the time that you've spent here looking through that.
All right, really quick, can I check to find out who in this town might know of this piece of paper?
I'll have to do a knowledge local of what scholars you would know in this area.
All right. And just so you know, I have advantage on my rolls now because I was also reading a puzzle book.
How many books do you have?
How many books can you read it?
He's got a
The
spell.
real question is, how many books can you read at one time?
6.
I can read 2 at a time.
Is that real?
No, for real, yeah, I can.
Oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Using magic.
He's a level 2 nerd.
I just see him holding 2 books. One eye is facing one, and the other eye is facing the other, and he just looks like a moron reading 2 books at the same time. But he effectively increases his ability to read. He just looks like an idiot.
I got it.
Is that accurate?
I'm like a chameleon. I'm like just.
All right,
looking
so
all
that is
around.
straight up. That's canon. Like that's in the books.
Yeah.
Literally.
He's like literally holding 2 books. Like,
I'm a goddamn chameleon.
I picture it like he's got dual monitors going on, like he's just got 2 screens in front of him.
No, actually, how it does work is that I actually have a golden eye on my right eye, and with it, I can like perceive a lot more things than I normally can.
Oh boy! All right.
Or 25 by the 24.
all right. You know that some of the more learned individuals in this city would be, majority of them are at the time before the revolution were members of the Mages College, or you would now assume the Mage Guild since the restructuring.
All right.
And that a lot of nobles' private libraries typically had better books than the public ones.
I have a out of character question, I guess.
Okay.
Since I'm a Blood Rager and I get sorcerer spells, does that mean I could potentially join the Mages Guild later?
Yeah.
Alright. That's kind of cool, I guess. I wouldn't know that now, but I guess when I start throwing magic missiles at people.
I mean, you know
that's different.
that you just haven't developed the ability to cast the spells yet.
Alright. I still think it'd probably be smarter to show up at the Mages Guild with the ability to cast spells rather than just be like, I'm a wizard!
People know what Blood Ragers are. You're not the only one.
I cast
The
sword.
wizarding world of Tira Jaden.
Oh
Yeah.
God, Chira Jaden in the Chamber of Secrets. No.
I'm all the wizard you need.
So, all right. Yeah, you know that this first public library that you came to, Venice, doesn't have the best of stuff. It has a lot of public information access, and you're getting the impression that some of the books are missing after the revolution, if you will, because
The
some
coup.
things that you were looking for are not around. So you would think you'd have to check with probably in someone's private library because it's going to be better than any of the public ones before you find any hints there. And after your long searching, where the only thing you can tell is that a lot of different languages, Common, Elvish, Dwarven, all, even Orcish, share a alphabetic root with this language, just by the structure of it, but you still can't translate it yet.
All right.
And then the rest of the group, Tag finds their way to you and bursts
Yeah,
into
so
the library, I'm
As we're
assuming
kind of
loudly.
walking along, I say, guys, you know what sounds better than group? Group. We could be the T-Fats. How about Syndicate? T-Fast?
Or we could
Too
be
fast, too furious. We could make some good puns on that.
or we could be a party and be the TFaps.
Yeah, platoon, party, posse.
TFAP. I love it.
Oh my god, the TFAP. That's so
Squadron.
great.
Yeah, okay, TFAP.
Oh,
I
T-Fag is awful.
We are now known as the TFaps. Got it.
Yeah, TFAP.
Fine.
Fap.
TFAP all day. Let's go.
The TFAP. Okay. Okay.
I
I am a
use
lot
my
more okay with that.
I used my skill in bow crafting to adjust my arrows and my bow to make the noise of my bow sound like a fap.
No. No.
So that as
No.
I go and shoot,
No.
Just as it shoots, it's quick.
This
No.
just got control.
This has gotten really awkward. I'm going to walk away now and go and find Fenris.
No. All right. So you find, Fenris in the library, double fisting these books.
Guys, did you know they have a hot dog stand in Turnog? We should go there.
What's a hot dog? I live here and I don't even know what that is.
I think it's when they kill a dog and make it into like an oval.
it's
Oh,
delicious.
I bet I could eat 12 of those.
We had those in
I
Elkshire.
could eat 13.
Great.
We need to go there now.
You realize how really hungry you are after staring at these books all day, and
I'm
you want
starving.
one of them famous Tirnog dogs.
Turnog?
yeah.
Turnogs?
Turnogs.
Turdogs.
Turdogs.
We've let this
Turdogs.
episode get away from us.
All right. So
We're learning
As-
the culture of the town.
as you guys
Where's the
gather up,
nearest street meat cart?
as you guys
Yeah.
gather up Venris and go off the TFAPs in search of their tasty meat, before going off to the scup to hunt some pirates after dinner and rest, is where we're going to bring this train wreck of a second half to a close for the night. We
Probably
will
for the best.
we will, before it gets even more out of hand. So, we will be back again next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern-ish time. We actually started on time this week, which is remarkable for us. And of course, remember that the TForce RPG has tons of other games going on and the ability to sign up to run or play in other games with our community. So if you check that out, we will have the link in the comment below and a website coming soon trademark. And we're going to be getting a backlog of some of these episodes, doing some editing and everything before we put out the podcast. But all the videos will be up on YouTube. So check us out, TForce RPG on Twitter, on YouTube, and everyone have a great night. We'll see you next week.
It is safe
Love
to
you.
say.
Bye.
It's safe to say that you won't fap as hard to other
Oh god.
as you will as this.
I'd like to point out that Lashak said we were getting out of hand, but the TFaps are never out of hand.
Oh, now we're stopping the stream.